I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple racks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Blacks off this coke and this jack. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach this shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. Girl, you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Yeah, it's not enough, man, I want more. I keep on doing business, open every single door. I wanna be the richest, so you see me up on Forbes. I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I don't take it slow, man, I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path. Like a girl with a tat on her back, all black. I'ma take her right back to my pad where it's at. I don't ever slack off, so you better back off. I'm about to blast off, faster than NASA. Everybody stand up, put your fucking hands up, that's the demand, yup. Welcome to the brand, bruh, no I'm not cautious. I take risks, and no you can't stop this. I'm too slick, she knows that she wants it. So come quick, baby, know that I'm on it. I don't quit. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I work, I got vision, I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, so until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest. if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Hello and welcome to My Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick, and let's go ahead and turn on the cameras here because I had a little trouble getting the system going. It was giving me a little headache. It took me about half an hour just to get my system going. I don't know about you guys, but I had an update last night, and this update really didn't help make anything easier for me. I don't know why they keep doing these updates, right? Every single day, or like almost every single day, but every other day, there's an update on the computers, and then they tamper with the system while you're downloading whatever they want you to upload to your computer. They don't really give you an option, and when you go ahead and do the download, and you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day, and your system is completely different. And I hate when that happens because they make things more difficult than it is easy. It's like, don't mess it up. If it's not broken, don't mess it up. Don't mess with it. So I'm gonna only mess with only one person. That's Tyson DeLacruz, who's here hanging out in the background. I know he has over 131,000 subscribers. God bless him. I hope that continues to go and multiply next year. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him onto the show. Yo, Tyson.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good. Just I hate when Microsoft do these updates and they really mess around and change things around, and they think they're modernizing it, and they just slowing and making things a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, actually, it was funny that you were just talking about it, and I was like, man, when I shut down my system last night, I said, it says, hey, you want to update it? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because I know in the morning I'm gonna have to reset, log back in and everything. I just wasn't in the mood to deal with that. I'll probably do it on Friday.
I did it last night. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go ahead and do the download, turn off the computer, and I come now, and I'm like, everything's like upside down. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, yeah, here's the new stuff. I don't want nothing the new stuff. I like the old stuff, how it was working.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So how you been?
Oh, dude, I'm good, man. Today was I'm good, man. Today was absolutely gorgeous out here. It's been sitting in like 65s, super nice. 65s in the days, probably like 42 in the night. Real nice.
That's comfortable.
Yeah, man. Just knocked out a couple business things this afternoon. Yeah, I was just catching up on some emails during your amazing intro.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like over here, it's been a little weird. We've been getting snow. Well, not snow for us, but the northern west, like where Terry lives, they've been getting snow up on the northwest of Connecticut. But in my side of Connecticut, nothing but rain, and we might get a little something this weekend. But I'm hoping for a white Christmas.
Oh, that'd be nice, man. Christmas is just around the corner. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday, and it seems like it's Sunday, and then all of a sudden it's Thursday.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Christmas is around the corner. I hope everybody's, excited for the holidays. It's a great time to spend time with the family and be appreciative of what, the blessings that have been brought into life.
Yeah.
Just
And
go ahead.
2 weeks away. All
Two
right. We got
weeks.
2 weeks and 3 weeks for the new year. Um,
Crazy. 2026. Can you believe it?
yeah, and I think it's gonna be a dangerous one, a dangerous year. I,
2026.
yeah, I'm happy for the new year, but I'm not happy for what's coming.
We'll see. We'll see
Remember,
what's
New York City is an experiment for the next 4 years with Mandani. We have Jasmine Crockett wants to run for Senate. Like, what's going on in the world?
Jasmine
How
Crockett. Good for her, man. Good for her and Zora Mamdani, man. Good for them. Good for
Tyson,
them.
if that's the case, man, we should run for government because, like, how the hell you get these dataras to make it into the top that high of of the government, and yet she has not done anything for us. I mean, Jasmine Crockett, what has she done for the American people?
Nothing. Nothing. But here's the thing, man. Like they just want the attention. They just want the attention. There's a
Yeah.
reason why she got the eyelashes and the weave in and does her little ghetto thing. She just wants the attention. She's a shield too.
Oh, yeah, she is. And her friends are gonna want to push and try to get her in there, of course, because I don't know what's gonna happen to Omar. I hope she gets sent back to Somalia. Um, it's gonna be. This is just weird, man. Why there's no accountability, Tyson? Like
It's
that should be the word of 2026.
it's a mess over there in Minnesota, man. It's incredibly unfortunate. And you saw this. You saw it with all the PPP loan, like the payment protection, the
Hmm.
employment protection stuff, C-19 relief. It's interesting because when stupid people are in office, other people get rich, right? Because
Yes.
there's no oversight, there's no accountability, to use your word, and people can get rich and just manipulate the system. Medicaid fraud, Medicare fraud. It was running wild for 4 years under Joey.
Feeding the three kids,
The what?
the hungry kids. Remember their what was
Oh,
it?
in Minnesota?
Yeah, the Feed America,
Yeah.
feed the kids,
Feeding our
whatever
future.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, feeding our future.
It's crazy because like literally they said that they were feeding like 3,000, 4,000 kids a week. What? Like what?
Where?
Out of a little Somalian restaurant grocery store, they were feeding 3,000 kids a week. Come on, man. Like, okay.
I
And there's
mean,
oh, go ahead.
I just want to learn from her portfolio because how do you go from $60,000 a year to now $30 million in your bank account?
Yeah. And if you remember correctly, man, there like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when she married her brother,
Yeah.
um, she was funneling money over to his business too. Like
Oh.
2.5.
So did she have a shell company? Like, of course, she must have had a shell company to
Her
push.
her husband did.
Which one? Because she had like a couple of them besides her brother and another guy, and now she's with some white guy now.
Oh, she is. Let me see.
Yeah, it's just she's just a weird case. I don't. First of all, she should have been so far in our government, and yet they allow it to happen, and they continue to let it happen because there's no accountability. Because a lot of people that are committing the real crimes are not being punished.
Right. Represent in this 2020, Representative Ilhan
America's
Omar.
too soft.
had paid her husband's political consulting firm nearly $2.8 million.
There you go. I'll put it up for us.
E Street LLC.
Ugh. She's a mess.
Omar's
She's a
campaign paid
mess.
1.6 to E Street LLC, owned by her husband Tim Manette.
Now, how would they go about expelling her from the? She's in Congress, right? Or she's a congresswoman, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. How do they go about expelling her? Like, I mean, they have to go through a process, right?
They do. They do.
And has to be voted upon, right?
Yep. And unfortunately, you hear it with Jasmine Crockett. She's like, "Oh, I don't see any evidence of Minnesota fraud." This is what Jasmine said the other day. I don't see any evidence of Minnesota fraud. What are you talking about? People are getting indicted. 78 people have been accused of this feeding our future, autism, housing stabilization scam.
That's freaking
enough evidence right there.
Yeah, it's enough evidence to convict and deport. We don't need this type of like energy, and I don't even know why she's in our government. Like, how is she get in there and how she's dictating? It's just I don't get it.
You know what's even more disgusting is Jacob Frey. Jacob Frey, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's over here, pandering to the Somalia community, eating Somalia food, doing these dances, and saying that he was the only representative to provide individuals to do Somalian prayer 5 times a day or whatever. It's wild. You know who looks Somalian to me when they were young too?
Who?
This guy right here.
Oh Lord.
It
looks like Diddy.
That's Diddy.
Yeah, that's Diddy.
That's Diddy when he was young.
Yo.
He looks Somalian. With the they have like a distinct feature. Shout out to the Somalians, man. But
yeah, they look like Q-tips.
Yeah, they got the distinct features, so they don't necessarily have like chins, and then they got like elongated dome.
Q-tip. That's what we call them. We call them Q-tips because they're the shape of the Q-tip. It goes up like that, and it comes like really thin here, and yeah.
Did you watch that documentary that came out
of Diddy's?
Yeah,
produced by 50.
Yeah,
I have not seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I have to get to it. It's on Netflix, right?
It is. If you've been following the case pretty good, so
yeah,
you're familiar with everything that's going on.
Yes,
and growing up, also like I still like hip hop, but growing up, I knew a lot of the stuff that was going on, but some people don't. Some people just know Diddy from like Ciroc in this situation. Some people don't know that him with Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac and all this other stuff, which they go into that. And then I was not aware, because I watched it. It took me a couple of days. It's 4 episodes, really good. I was not aware that when Diddy was 19 or 20 years old, he hosted a concert and 9 people died. 9 people died.
And I think I heard of that.
Career.
I heard of that. Wasn't that in a nightclub or something?
It was.
Yeah. I think I heard of that. That was like the first time he had gotten in like trouble.
Yeah.
Was something like that. Yeah.
Yep. It was the I just pulled up the first article. So it was in 1991, City College Stampede inside 1901, blah, blah, blah. It was a celebrity charity basketball game in City College, New York City.
Yes, now I remember. And I could, yeah, and 9 people got shot and killed. Yeah, but man, that was so way back.
And there's this trail of this situation with him, you know, and I was watching the PBD podcast, and they were talking about Diddy's dad was friends with Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas is that individual from American Gangster, the movie American Gangster, who the movie was based off of. The drug guy who brought the blue into New York.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't. I don't. I know he's been with has mafia ties too. But it's like more New York. And he was like they were into the gang stuff. His father was like not such a nice guy. He wasn't a really good guy.
Right. Yep. Melvin Combs had connections with Frank Lucas.
And his father got shot up and killed?
Yeah, he was a drug dealer who was fatally shot in 1972.
Yeah. Yep. I know. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, he was dealing with the wrong people.
So this trail of deaths just follow this dude.
Yeah. I'm just looking at a couple of things here. There's so many things going on in the world. It's just, from the Charlie Kirk craziness with the court today of what's his
Tyler
face?
Robinson.
Yeah, which I was looking at him for a while and just here, I could show a video. Let me bring it up here. Because I was looking at his face and looking at his head and looking like how come like these weird individuals, the weird like I'm gonna point it out here. Give me one sec here. Let me just remove this for a second. Let me show you. Because he has this weird looking head. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop it up. And I think the court camera got in trouble because they filmed this idiot Tyler walking in with his shuckles, like that's what they call them, where the shuckles which is on the feet. Yeah, they kind of showed that on camera, and the defense came up and they were like, oh, it's a violation, this and that, and they had to move the camera to like a different but I don't know if there's going to be cameras in the court for the future, but let's check this out real quick.
Yeah.
Suspect charged with murdering conservative activist Charlie Kirk making his first in-person court appearance today. At the defense table with his lawyers, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson wearing a dress shirt, dress pants, and a striped tie, and smiling at times. In Robinson's previous court dates, he appeared remotely from jail, his first time wearing an anti-suicide vest.
Tyler James Robinson.
In October, the defense had argued and the judge ruled Robinson would be allowed to wear regular civilian clothes and not a jail uniform to prevent potentially prejudicing future jurors.
The presumption of innocence outweighs the minimal inconvenience of permitting civilian attire.
The judge also ruled the media can't show any of Robinson's restraints. Now, a new push to further limit media access. Robinson's legal team and the Utah County Sheriff's Office have asked the judge to ban cameras in the courtroom during trial. Charlie Kirk was shot while speaking at Utah Valley University on September 10th. Kirk was in the middle of debating a student about gun violence when Robinson allegedly fired a shot from a roof 100 yards away in front of more than 300 spectators. Robinson has not entered a plea. He could face the death penalty if convicted. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, so bring it back to us. How you take a shot from that distance, right? And it has to be they say, oh, it's an easy shot. No, it's not. It's not an easy shot. Because you got to calculate the wind and I don't know if it was windy that day or not. And I don't understand how a shot comes this angle. If he's facing this way, the shooter's this way, how did the bullet come in through here and then go downwards? Like, I am so confused and like on the trajectory of how the shot was taken, and then that type of shot that would have blown out. Like it seems like it would just went in, like how Neo went in the Matrix. It just went in and then just went down and destroyed all the vertebrates and killed him. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You've been shooting before, Tyson. I've been shooting before. I've shot like from shotguns before. I shot from that type of calibers, and every time I used to shoot that, it would blow whatever behind out. It wouldn't just like, oh, stay there and do a U-turn. Oh, I'm the magic bullet. I'm gonna go in and then I'm gonna do a 90-degree angle and go downwards.
Yeah, I want to know in the chat also, like, you know, whether you're catching us on the replay or whatever the situation is, like, let me know your guys' thoughts down there in the comment section. Like, what do you think happened here, right? And I'll give my opinion on this because you asked. But like that style of caliper gun, in my opinion, does not cause that minimal amount of damage. And they're saying, you know, because Charlie ate good and exercised, that the bullet stopped from the exit room. Okay, cool.
Was he made out of metal?
Okay, cool. Maybe, I don't know. You know, whatever the narrative that they want to push out, cool.
Tyson, but when you go hunting and so forth, I don't know if you ever hunted or not, but when you shoot an animal, the bullet doesn't go and just travels. It goes poof right through, and that's it. Done. You know, I've seen tests of people, you know, shooting with the same type of gun and had like a gelatin, like just like a human's flesh and like the bones and everything. And they took the shot and that thing just went and everything was just like everywhere. Like,
Right.
you think,
Yeah.
Tyson, I'm thinking, man, I don't know, man. I think the shot was a close shot. A lot of people want to say it's from far. I think it was a closer shot. And the theory with the guy, I guess he was part of the security of Tyler's, that he kind of went like this and had a funny like a hand thing, and it seemed like it was some kind of like weapon in his hand. I don't know. That's the only way I think, because no bullet goes in and makes an incision inside and just does whatever it wants inside of you.
No. This, at least in my opinion, man, like this did not. They said that they had the bullets. They said that they found the bullets. They said that they, you know, found the gun, all this other situation. And okay, cool. Well, it should be easy to determine the ballistics of like on an autopsy report, the bullet's
Mhm.
still in there if it matches that particular the bullets
Weapon.
that were found. That's simple, right?
Mhm.
That's simple.
But what happened? They said that there was bullets that had like markings on it, like and
Correct.
it had like message on it. How come they never showed that? How come they
Correct.
never showed the bullets themselves? Like what did they look like?
Correct. Correct. You know, I know there's this huge like rift in the Republican conservative space with the situation that's going on with Candace and Erica,
Woo!
Turning Point
Woo!
USA, and all this other stuff.
I gotta hold my wand for this one. Yeah, I
It's
say
go ahead.
that with Candace and Erica, because Erica she could easily get this like resolved, right? She stop beating around the bush. This is what I'm saying. Okay, you're busy doing your media because your ex husband, had passed away. Got may protect him in all ways, but she's going out there doing the media tour with the book. Her
Book
new book,
called
well, his
something
book.
about Shabbat.
Yeah, some Shabbat dinner or some. It's about it's very religious, right? It's just
Right,
getting.
but Shabbat, you know, when I heard that yesterday or the day before, Shabbat is did Charlie write this book?
I don't know. I mean, he had to have started it. I mean, I she's out there doing the publicity tour and this and that, and I did a report. I showed the video yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, where she was at Faulkner,
Yep.
and she had this little emotional like rant she did, and I know she was directly sending this to Candace without saying her name, but she got all this like weird and I was like, man, where was this energy when your husband actually died? When was this? Why were you crying when you were doing the memorial thing for him on like at that big ass stadium with fireworks? Like I don't so I have it's just I gotta because they want you to choose a side, right? Whose side you're choosing, right? Candace Owens or TP USA. I don't trust Turning Point. I don't. There's something funny with them. They're doing, and the thing is that Erica's getting caught up in it, and it's not gonna be good. She doesn't know how to run a business. She doesn't know how to be a CEO of a multi-million-dollar, operation. Like, who she was just fucking Miss Arizona. She won a pageant, I supposedly, right? And there's a pageant girl, and I think she was a plant because there's no way this girl's gonna want to come in and like, yes, I want to work for. This just gives me Truman Show vibes. Oh my god, this is giving me Truman Show vibes.
You know, there's two there's a camp. I said it last night. She's also a horrible actor. You know,
Yeah,
yeah. Um, I watched a little bit of the Faulkner report,
yeah, I'll bring it up.
and then I watched a little clip today,
Hmm.
and I don't. I obviously she's getting coached in some capacity, but is TP USA taking advantage of the vulnerabilities, the vulnerable state that she's in, and then also kind of like semi manipulating her, right? Could be one.
Mm.
because
Mhm.
after somebody dies, even if it's a natural death, you're in trauma state, grieving state, up and down for a year, 6 months could be, year, 6 months, 2 years, depending on how close this is. But in a situation like this was her husband, right? Like what kind
Mhm.
of grieving process is she going through, right? Like not necessarily externally, but internally. And he was murdered on TV. And is TP
Mhm.
USA taking advantage of that uh, pliability with her emotions? I personally think so. And she can easily they
I
say, okay,
think that
you're going to be in
they're
this
taking
position.
advantage.
What was that?
They're definitely taking advantage
Yeah. And then
of
they
her
say, okay,
state of
yeah,
mind.
go in this position, and she's not going to be able to uncover stuff and do all this other stuff until she's really done with like her grieving process.
Mhm.
So they're moving stuff. I don't know. I don't get good vibes on it. I don't get good vibes.
I
It's
don't
fishy to
either,
me.
and I feel like, listen, look deep into her family. She has pretty big roots, and all I gotta say is it has international ties. Like when
Yeah.
I it's someone
And I don't know if TP USA said, okay, cool, we're gonna take the money now that was offered.
mhm.
Because supposedly he was offered some money. He said no. This whole situation happened. And now all of a sudden, TP is on this like smear everybody campaign, like smear everybody that's not TP campaign.
Mhm.
I hate to say this is what Terry said. What's up, Terry? Hate
I'm
to say
still
this, but
looking
every
for
time
the
she's behind the camera, it looks
I
like she's
I put it up.
back.
Yeah, she doesn't, to me, doesn't scream legit. Like you would tell right away. It's like when someone's really hurting and someone have been practicing their lines. Um, she doesn't come to me as a legit individual. That's very I just I don't understand it. And how, like, what gives her the qualifications to be a CEO?
It's just one
Sleeping
of
with a
those like
guy for less than
positions.
5 years doesn't give you the authority to run a multi-million-dollar operation.
Yeah, and the thing that I don't like also is that they're saying, hey, these podcasters, independent journalists like YouTube and all this other stuff, they're making money off
Mhm.
of Charlie's thing, right? But that's
Mhm.
what independent journalists do. That's what YouTube people do, right? And they're not making like what TP USA brought in off of selling
Mhm.
shirts and hats from Charlie Kirk. Like they brought in a bunch of money.
Yeah.
A lot. I think it was like 800 million or something. It was crazy.
Off of donations too, because remember, it's not
Donation.
just the merch.
And it just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right to me either.
It's I want to tie this into because in the doc that we were talking about earlier in that Diddy doc,
Mm-hmm.
his attorneys Diddy told them to run a campaign to social media influencers. So they were giving social media influencers the transcripts and key bullet points to say that were uh, for Diddy, and they use that to put on their TikTok and then on their YouTube and all this other stuff. I feel that they would do the same thing with this. Hey,
Mhm.
transcripts. This is the guy that did it. Tyler Robinson is the guy that did it. Because Candace is making a lot of noise.
Yeah, she is, and she's rubbing them in a way that like it makes them are looking very awkward. And
Just
I
like, I don't know. And then this guy doesn't seem like he was the guy. He's not the guy.
it doesn't feel like it's just these people, they get programmed like this, and it's like there's something, I don't know, something's just not right. Something's just not right. And then the way the Tyler, the way he looked at the camera, like it gave me like this weird, like he's an agent, like he's a young little agent, and there's a lot of these agents, and they're changing the course of history. They don't care that they're gonna die because they're gonna put them to the death, but the job was accomplished.
Yeah.
The possibility of Charlie Kirk being president of the United States is no longer in existence. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go this way. My keyboard is already screwed up, so I'm trying to find it. Because I covered the story yesterday. I could always go back to my show and watch it. No. Oh no.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I think is it this one? No.
And this dude, I'm just looking at the photos right now. This dude has like, I don't know why he has acne. Like, why's he got acne? He's not getting crazy amounts of food in there.
He looks really skinny.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is this? Man, I had this video, and now it seems like the video just like disappeared.
What was it?
I think I got it. I think I got it. I got it. I got it. All right. Okay, so I got two. So what I'm going to do is let me set them up, and then we're gonna watch because it's gonna be the biggest. This trial, I don't even think this trial is not even as big as Candace Owens versus like TP USA and Erica Kirk. Because the trial is happening and it's not like getting the attention. The attention is right on these two, actually three with Erica. Because Candace,
she got that. They're releasing that town hall on Saturday with Erica.
I'll tell you, every day is a new day with Candace.
No, with Erica Kirk did a pre-recorded.
Are they going to get together?
No. She did. Erica Kirk did a town hall. I don't know with who.
Okay, but it's the. So when is the 15th? Is that Saturday also? No, it's a Wednesday. No, the 15th.
Monday.
Let me see. Monday. Okay. So, what do you think is going to happen? I got the video, so let me go ahead and just pop it up so we could just
With Erica Kirk sharing her journey with America and the world, we are grateful at Fox to have her here to shine a light on healing as we all mourn the loss of beloved Charlie Kirk. Not all of her journey has been without, well, hate, conspiracies, and oddly, speculation about where her husband is buried. Now, for the first time, Erica, who's with me now, addresses all of it from the perspective of a grieving widow, a mom, and a battle-tested American. Good to see you again today. Talk to me about this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building the most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. But can I have one thing? Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred, where my husband is laid to rest, where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying? One thing. This is my husband. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that, but this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left that is sacred to our family, to my in-laws, to my babies, and to my parents. One thing.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much of chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful. We are human. My team are not machines and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. I have, you name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud analyzed, hyper analyzed.
You know, the conspiracies that are out there, all of the like. Do you think that there is more of it now because you do shine your light? I mean, did people just expect you would just go away?
I don't know what they expected. I don't know what they expected.
They pick on you because of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's what? The conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. If you want to find and pick me apart, go right ahead. I do not care. I don't. This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you, whatever they want to call you. They will. But I have seen it firsthand impact the people that I love, and I'm done. I'm done. And if people think that I was just going to wilt away, I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position. This is a duty to my husband, and it's an absolute honor, and I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
And that's what we will say here on Outnumbered 2. God bless you. Hold up your book.
Stop in the name of God.
Amen.
I could say something that's in my mind. It's like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't know. She's too. This is why I say this, right? Charlie was very, very gifted. This guy was very freaking smart, and he already had eyes on him from before Erica. Okay. And Candace knew Charlie before Erica. And they knew he was special. They knew they had to get rid of him. And they had to infiltrate him in a way. And what's the best way to get to a man's heart?
Yeah.
Is right in his pants. And got to her, and she's for me, she feels like a placement, like she was placed there to do and intervene, and like, oh, hi, and like, oh, I'm Charlie, and then she's like, oh, I'm Erica, and it's like, oh, you want to work here? No, I think you want to date me. How about we go on a date better? Like, I don't know, that's a little weird. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure how they got together or anything like that. Whatever this situation is currently.
Well, how they got together was she came in and he was going to interview her for a job at Turning Point, and he looked at her and he was like, I'd rather take you out on a date than have you work here. And that's how it started. And they went on a date and so forth, and then they started talking more, and then started dating, and then they got married and then had kids. It was really fast operation. But a lot of spies do that too.
Yeah.
A lot of spies have kids. Chinese are really known for this.
Yep.
But internal, I mean, she was always been followed. I mean, the Egyptians always follow her.
Yeah.
And you wonder why. I don't know, man. It's something that doesn't smell right.
No. And unfortunately, just in the grand scheme of things, unfortunately, everything will get, whatever this scenario is, whatever the true story is,
mm-hmm.
They're going to run with the narrative with Tyler Robinson, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they'll feed the general public. But people who are open enough to see and make their own decisions off of what is available to them, even to what is available, they'll make their own decisions and determine, like, hey, something ain't right here.
Mm-hmm.
Something's not right. Like,
and that's what Candace is doing.
She's going on a press tour to push a book.
Yeah.
Like push the book. I get it. Okay. I get it. Right.
It's only been 3 months since his death.
Yeah. But I get it. Right. Like maybe, she wants to get the money and ride the train. Right. Okay, cool. I get it. Maybe that wasn't her decision. I don't know, but she's riding it. Right. She's riding the train. She's riding the milk train. Right. TPUSA is riding the milk train. They still do Charlie Kirk's show. They should have changed that name, Just in my opinion. Change the name.
Yeah. I agree. And I don't know, it's just she's so I don't know Erica Kirk. I don't see I see what the media provides and how she really acts on camera. I'm pretty sure she's not the nicest person off camera. I don't know. She seems very strict. I don't know. But then something's just not right with her. I got another video here for us to watch if you want to see real quick.
Yep.
At Erica Kirk, claiming she missed the mark in her latest sit-down interview with Fox News. The outspoken commentator blasted the widow for her lashing out at conspiracy theorists who spread unfounded accusations about the assassination of her husband.
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
That was directed at Candace.
I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus.
Candace Owens, who has vowed to get to the bottom of the assassination, immediately responded to Erica Kirk's interview in the opening of her show, saying it missed the mark for her.
I was waiting kind of a situation for her to be in, obviously having her husband, becoming the CEO and the chairman of a company. It's just a lot of transition, and it's nice to wait for more information before you prejudge or just make an assumption about somebody and it maybe is not based in reality. Well, we are getting a lot more of Erica Kirk this week. I'll tell you that because she has been doing the rounds in the media really over the last couple of weeks. And she just gave an interview live with Harris Faulkner on Fox News where she finally addressed the quote unquote conspiracy theories. And I have to say this because it's true, but it completely missed the mark. For me, I am sorry, it just has.
Despite Erica Kirk not naming Candace Owens, the commentator couldn't even wait for her show to begin before responding.
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know? Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere. And they recorded the town hall today. And as soon as the town hall concluded, we got a flutter of emails. And what she says about the Egyptian planes, I'm sorry, not gonna lie, it's a little suspicious. It's weird. It's a weird response. So look, we gotta go there.
Online commentators blasted Owens' response, with this person saying, a giddy and smiling Candace Owens responds to Erica Kirk's comments from today on Fox News. This commentator doubled down, saying Candace Owens' entire show tonight is attacking Erica Kirk. I thought she'd spare Charlie Kirk's grieving widow. She did not. This is pure evil. The fact that Candace will call herself a Christian is possibly the worst part. Owens has been extremely vocal in her skepticism around the assassination of Charlie Kirk, to the point Turning Point USA have invited her on for a live stream to discuss her claims.
Candace has made other stranger allegations involving French paratroopers in maroon shirts, Egyptian Air Force planes flying out of Provo, Utah, and potential underground assassins traveling through unseen tunnels. At one point in early November, she started wildly throwing suspicion on members of Utah Valley's soccer team for wearing hoodies. I could go on. There is always something new coming up, and none of it ever pans out because from the start, there has been nothing there. The attacks and allegations from Candace are either lies or they are innuendos thrown around with a total reckless disregard for the truth, so that Candace can manipulate and string along an audience of people who don't realize they are being played. Instead of being able to grieve properly after one of the most heinous murders in American history, a murder many of us had to witness,
Owens went on to accept the invitation.
All right, you guys, it's happening. It's happening. Everybody stay calm. After yesterday's episode where we went kind of for the jugular with Turning Point USA, because really I think everybody in the entire world has had enough with the non-response, trying to move on, trying to gaslight us on answering basic details. So we just went for it. And guess what? Turning Point has moved to formally respond to all the things that we have said. And after a very long diatribe in which they wildly misrepresent the public and global investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they at long last issued a public invitation or a challenge. I'm not sure what it is, but I accept.
But whilst Erica Kirk is speaking to the mainstream media, independent podcasters are continuing to ask questions about Charlie Kirk's death, with Tucker Carlson demanding answers from the FBI.
I don't understand the official story at all.
Of his assassination?
I don't understand it, and I want to make sure that there is a truly rigorous and honest federal investigation of it. I just don't have a ton of confidence in the FBI or the men who run it, and I'm not saying that out of ignorance at all.
That's a scary part too.
What Candace is saying is clearly causing a lot of turmoil. Is it true or not? I can't assess it. I'm not the FBI. I'm a freaking podcaster, but I do know how the system works, and it's really simple. The FBI has this case, and of course the state of Utah. It's their job to not only find out what happened, present it to the public in a way that restores some confidence that you can have justice in this country. We have functioning law enforcement. I don't have confidence in that because there's a lot of evidence that we don't have that. So restore confidence by being honest and telling a story that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll let you have your word.
Yeah, Tuck's right. There is there's not enough conclusive evidence to determine the situation right now, and what Candace is doing is, her side of the investigation on, what she thinks happens, and she has some good reach, so she's getting a lot of headway, and she's doing more coverage about it than the FBI or TPUSA is doing, which is very admirable, right? Mm-hmm. In that aspect alone, that's very admirable that she's doing that, right? And I think that's something that TPUSA should be doing, because, bro, if you felt something was fishy about a car accident with your friend, you'd help them investigate it. Mm-hmm. You'd help them figure out, hey, what was going on? What's the scenario? Let's use our contacts. Let's figure this out. Mm-hmm. TPUSA should be doing what Candace is doing. Mm-hmm. If they really wanted to figure out what was going on and not be solely dependent on a massive FBI. Mm-hmm. The FBI is really large. It's not just Bongino and Kash Patel. Yeah, they're the heads of it, but there's so many headquarters. There's so many employees, different jurisdictions, all this other stuff. And it's they should be doing what Candace is doing if they really wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Wasn't Patel a good friend of Charlie?
Yeah. And I'm I'm not defending the fumbles by any means, but they got a lot of stuff going on, you know? Like and then there's a lot of rot in that in that in that 3-letter entity
Mm-hmm.
that have been around for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay, Cash and Bongino are up there. They're the faces and representatives. But we saw this with the Epstein situation. You know, they only get the files that are presented to them for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
They could, you know, and this is just my viewpoint. You could say that I'm wrong or whatever the scenario is, but they're given the files that they're given. They could go down there and investigate also, but they might get stonewalled too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they go down to the FBI in Utah. They might get stonewalled because there's an internal situation going on in Utah, which
But
I think is happening.
Didn't Utah have like a replacement on one of the FBI, like the FBI there got replaced?
They did.
Before the case, before what happened with Charlie?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't trust. There's just a lot of things going on in my head. It's like, for some reason, I feel like, I don't know, man. Do you really think that kid took that shot from that distance? I mean,
no.
I think a shot was taken, but he got scared. He got up and just took off with the weapon, and you know. But they can answer that question real quick with, did they do a ballistic test on the weapon to see if the contaminants of the discharge matches, you know, like, you get residue, and there's residue that falls on the ground. There's residue, like, you could match it with that gun. Did they ever find the shell casing of that shot that was taken? Like, there's questions that we have zero answers, and I'm sure Candace is like on the case because she really wants to know what truly happened, and she's seen a lot of sketchy shit going on.
Yep.
That's wild.
You know, they'll continue to label, like, yeah, okay. They'll continue to label her. They'll continue to do all these things. And this is kind of like that Sandy Hook situation, you know?
Yes.
Honestly,
it's giving me those vibes too.
Honestly, it'll get buried. It'll get buried.
You know,
just like Epstein stuff.
Yeah, you know who's been
stuff, it'll get buried.
Yeah, you know who's been quiet about it is Alex Jones.
Well, because he obviously he don't want to get sued again.
Yeah, because he already knows. It's like
he knows what's up, you know. And granted, like, you know, he's talking more opinion based, not necessarily the factual base. But you know, he's been sued and he can't handle. I don't remember what the lawsuit was with that whole situation, but it was massive. You know, like
they instead of the state paying for, like, to the parents and stuff for their lack of, you know, security and so forth or whatever, they threw it all to Alex Jones. So, like, Alex Jones has to pay the families instead of the state paying the families.
Yeah, and they'll never get it because the amount. What did he get sued for?
Oh man, it was a ridiculous amount. I know it was so much that he had to, like, go bankrupt.
$1.4 billion.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me?
Like, cool. Take what I got when I'm gone. Because they ain't getting it. You know,
a
like, that's
billion.
ridiculous. And then they drug him through the mud for 4 years.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
you see that's what's happening with the freaking Brigitte
Yeah.
situation. Like,
Yeah.
and then you know what bothers me the most is, okay, if she got death threats and sent it to somebody, I'm talking about Candace Owens, if she got death threats and sent it to somebody and nobody did anything about it, that just means like either A, she didn't have receipts, or they don't want to address it.
I mean, listen, Candace, if she comes with receipts, she always does. It's not like she talks out her ass. She does like have people that come to her, report to her, and they share. I mean, she's really good with communicating with people and certain in her circle of people that she gets information from. She's really good at that. And I don't know, something's just not right because Erica could put a stop to this real quick. Erica could be like, listen, Candace, like, call Candace. Call, like, it's a phone call. Shit, Charlie would have called Candace by now. You know what I mean? Charlie, like, it's like, what? Like, why can't you not talk? You're talking to the media. You're talking to all these other podcasters and all these other people. Well, why have you been avoiding Candace? I thought y'all were friends. Oh, because Candace is not working for TP USA and she had a little fallout with Charlie. I mean, that makes you guys enemies. I don't understand.
Who knows, man? I think it's going to get buried.
Dude, if you want to get something, like if you want, let's say me and you, Tyson, you want to get something through, all it is like Tyson will fucking text me or he'll just call me on the thing and that's it.
Yeah.
Get it solved. That's it. That's all it takes. So why the procrastination from Erica from talking to Candace? You know, it's like, because Candace is really good and Candace can smell bullshit. You know, and she's been smelling funny things, and there's been a lot of reports and a lot of stuff, and I'm looking forward to that townhouse or townhome, whatever the town bullshit that they're going to be doing. Erica Kirk, and I want to hear what she has to say, you know, in reference to the conspiracies.
Yeah.
So that's Saturday. They didn't say a time.
The same day, the Saturday, the same day, John Cena's last match.
Oh man, she's screwed because I ain't watching Erica. I'm gonna watch Cena.
You can find him.
You know, you think it's? Do you believe it's gonna happen the way I think it's gonna happen with like these the Masked Man? They coming out and they beat the hell out of Gunther to the point that he can't fight Cena, and then they bring out, you know, another opponent and he comes out with a black hoodie and stuff, and then he does his little, you know, the arms out and everything like the Chris Jericho.
That would be cool,
dude.
That would apparently it's the first match.
Yeah.
Apparently, so we're talking about WWE. We did a total transition from TP USA to WWE.
Thank God we did.
But WWE, we're WWE fans. Shout out to WWE fans. But John Cena's last match is Saturday.
Yes.
That would be freaking cool if Jericho came out.
Yes. Oh man, that would be a great way to go, and then to start Jericho's farewell tour too, because
I think he's still under contract with AEW though, right?
No, I think he's done. I think he's done. I think his contract is. I think they're just doing the masked man thing, and we'll see. Let's see if it comes. I really don't want to see the match against Gunther because I already seen it. It's not like we have not seen that match. We've seen that match. I mean, what torch Cena's going to be passing to a two-time champion already? He's a two-time world champion. What torch are you going to pass to him? Don't worry about him. He's going to be doing fine. Like I feel like there's just going to be some kind. It has to be because that's how you draw the suspense and the anticipation, and then all of a sudden you hear the Jericho song break out. Everyone will go freaking screaming in that arena. Like that would be the biggest pop. Cena's gonna miss that. You
Oh
know
yeah, man.
that pop.
Yeah. But he's getting big pops of cash playing an actor, being an actor. So
man, he's set for life. The
and he doesn't have
commercials.
to get body slammed everywhere.
Yeah, with those commercials, because now he's taking over like the car commercials, and he's a car salesman now for all these like Honda and Toyota and all of them. He's just selling the cars and just being the voice, and that pays.
Yeah,
that pays big money. So Cena's good,
and you get restitutions or you get residuals from the movies. You know, like if they play on HBO and all this other stuff.
yeah. And then he's coming out with more projects. They got more stuff to like Cena's not done. Cena got like a good Hollywood more like I think he's more successful, probably could be more successful than The Rock. You know, because he is funny. He's much better actor, I believe, than Dwayne. Dwayne is good. He's a good actor. You know, certain movies is good on Dwayne. Some movies are horrible. But Cena holds up good too.
He does.
He is so funny.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, the comedy and like it's kind of like risque comedy, but it's really funny movies and good movies. I mean, Cena's good.
What was
You don't
that?
have to-
Dude, there was a movie that he did. I can't think of the movie right now. He was a dad, a single dad. He wore a fanny pack. It was like prom night or something like that. It was solely based around the kids.
Yeah. They were gonna hook up or not hook up, but
Yeah,
we're
like
gonna
they were
just
gonna have sex and drop
Yeah.
their virginity on prom.
Yeah.
And then Xena played like this kind of like nerdy dad, like buff nerdy dad, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, and his daughter was the Indian girl. It was like the Indian, yeah. It's such a good movie.
Thinking about the scene he did, they were gonna do a chugging contest.
Yeah. Damn, what's the name of that movie?
No, it's a butt chug contest.
You know the name of the movie?
Let me look. I'll look.
I'm gonna look. I know it's a funny movie.
Blockers. It was called Cock Blockers.
Cock Blockers. There you go. You got it. I saw it right here too.
Or Blockers, but it had a picture of a chicken in front of it.
He has done a lot of movies, and I like the Suicide Squad. I like the show, where he has his own show, Cena.
Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, yeah. I can't wait till they come up with a new Peacemaker.
Did you see season 2?
I saw them all, man. It's so good. It's really good. Cena's a really good actor. I find him more entertaining than Dwayne.
Did you watch Smash Machine? The Smashing Machine?
Smashing Machine?
Yeah, with Dwayne Johnson.
No.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Is that the wrestling or He's like this. I don't know if he's a boxer, a wrestler, or whatever it was he was playing.
Yeah, he was playing a UFC fighter.
A UFC fighter. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't seen it. Well, how you feel about it?
That
Like,
one
pretty
was
good.
really good. That one was really good. Like he was going for the gustos on that one. He was going for the gustos. He had the prosthetics. Didn't even recognize him like in some areas, and then also all the rockisms were gone too.
Yeah, I heard now he's like anorexic. I heard
man, like,
he got real. Yeah, he got like real skinny. He's not
yeah, but
big.
he's
Used to
still
be.
freaking 240 or whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
but he looking like a sick, like I don't know if he's gonna play a cancer patient or in a movie or something. Maybe. I mean, maybe he could play that type of role. You know,
Yeah,
playing a
well,
patient.
he did bulk up for that smashing machine. He was like close to 300 on the smashing machine,
Shit.
like stacked.
Now,
All natty.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's nutrition. Like it's yeah, because he's got like really big.
Yeah, no, he's not natty, dude.
No, he's. All right, here's the smashing machine. I have to see that movie.
Did you watch Ricky Stenicki yet?
I have not seen that one yet. I have to do a list.
I
What to watch?
I turned it on after last week's show. I watched it again. It's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, it's funny, right?
It's hilarious, dude.
Oh god, I have to watch it, man. I think it's on Netflix too.
Yeah.
I have to get on Netflix. It's just I my input is more like current events. I've been just a lot of input on current events with my brain lately, and just feeding myself with a lot of like from YouTube, but mostly all different networks of news, and just try to get as much information and just seeing how the world continues to make mistakes on a daily basis. And the fact that we don't talk about like Three Eye Atlas at all
Yeah, I know.
just drives me insane. It drives me insane. Like I fuck Candace, fuck Charlie Kirk's wife. Like we have like a fucking like a Jesus moment happening, right? Like it's Three Eye Atlas passing, and it's like the most mysterious object, and yet NASA is worth how much billions, and all they give me is a fuzzy image. Like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! Like the amount of money we spent, like taxpayers' money, on these cameras and all these like state of the art facilities for to capture the galaxy from far, far away, but something that's like nearby, we can't even fucking get it. I don't get that.
Wild.
I don't get it. Like I'm telling you, I hope Three Eye Atlas does like a little like it's like slows down and starts heading towards Earth, and then it releases some like probes, kind of like I don't know what movie, Independence Day type of shit. I wonder. I wonder where the hell is Will Smith. As I do, we got the real true Independence Day. So what do we do?
That was such a good movie, man.
Yeah, that's when he was like at his peak. That and Man in Black.
Bad Boys too, man. I liked Bad Boys.
Yeah, but the original is the best. The other ones, they're okay.
Yes, but I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan of the series, right? Like I remember watching the first one when I was younger. Like I was little, man. And then, to see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shooting guns, super cool. And then, I just been watching the series. I like the last one. The last one was good. Almost like the Fast and the Furious, right? Like I liked the Fast and the Furious when it first came out. And then they were so far away from what the original concept of the movie is. Like it's just so ridiculous now, but I still watch it, like because it's just
the Fast and the Furious is like, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't know.
Did you see that new Supergirl trailer? I know we're going all off. Did you see that new Supergirl trailer?
No, I haven't. Is the oh Lord, because I remember seeing the Superman movie in the movies, and at the end, Supergirl comes to get Crypto, the fucking dog, and I don't know if that's his cousin or what. Supergirl, is it the same actress?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
What's Terry say? After the Chris Rock incident, Will Smith. Yeah, he did.
What?
Terry says after the Chris Rock. You remember when Will Smith just like he got up and smacked Chris Rock? Will Smith got up and smacked Chris Rock at the award show, and like after that, he just kind of like fizzled,
Yeah,
course,
it's just
he did like I'm thinking of movies like 7 Pounds, super good movie. There was another one, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do you think
his like his resume is pretty big? Here, let me put you on.
Do you think if we play it, it'll get copyright? I'll leave it like this.
Yeah, it'll definitely get copyright.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, because it's their movie.
Dang. So I'll just.
But if you skip it little by little,
I'll just
like move it forward.
I'll play it. I'll just drag it. Planets where she can go get drunk.
Okay.
And then
I think it's gonna be a weird movie. I hope they go through the origin story of her, and how she got her. It's like
the suit looks dope though.
It's pretty closer to the original. Also, it is in June 26th.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it.
It looks good. The suit looks good.
I mean, I don't know. I'll give it a chance. I mean, that's all I could do, and then give my give it a review. I mean, I hope it's good. That's all I can say. But June, it's not too far. 6 months away.
Yeah.
And time flies by, so I don't know about this drinking stuff. Like, how are they gonna push that and have kids go watch a movie and she's going out drinking throughout the universe? How is that gonna be receptive to parents taking their kids to go watch this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have came up with a different story instead of her drinking habits, but okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing her at the end of the Superman movie,
right?
And then I was like, "Who the hell is she?" And then she just comes in and starts like talking shit to Superman, and then I didn't understand it. Like I was like, okay. I didn't know she was coming out with a damn movie until now.
Yeah, here's Lobo.
That's pretty cool. Who's playing Lobo?
Jason Momoa.
Oh, he is, right? Yeah, he looks like him. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I mean, Lobo, Aquaman. Okay. Yeah, it's just Jasmine Crockett. I can't believe this girl. The hood. That girl, I wonder what she's saying because she looks all ghettoed out right now.
Here, we'll play it. Let me see what the caption says. Jasmine Crockett tells Joy Reid that she wants to be in the Senate to impose ethical guidelines on Supreme Court justice.
The only body that has oversight over the Supreme Court is the United States Senate. So ultimately, when it comes down to whether or not they have to finally have some ethics about themselves because they are the only justices in this country that do not have any ethical guidelines, or whether it is literally that we just are bringing them in and we are going to like have a little conversation with the justices, that comes from only the Senate. Or when we're talking about confirming justices, if we're going to expand the court, and the only body that has oversight.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, even if you did that, what is it going to accomplish?
Nothing. They're not going to get her. I hope she doesn't get it, man.
How she's going to win Texas? I mean,
no clue.
Like I said, anything connected to the internet can be manipulated.
What's this one right here? Laura Trump just connected Charlie Kirk to Butler. Let's see.
Days after Butler, people were, and you know, when I look at what Erica was saying on this couch yesterday, it really reminds me of the way a lot of us in my family felt after Butler. Days after Butler, people were saying, did Donald Trump make this up? Was this a hoax? Was that fake blood? Wow. We have come to a place in our society that is really terrifying, where
it's two different things. Two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Two different things. Somebody got murdered. And we still don't know the whole situation at Butler. So it's like there was fishy stuff going on with the Butler situation too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Laura Trump.
Definitely something fishy.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. You know what? Something screams to me out loud, like the enemy is within.
Oh yeah.
Like the enemy is within, and we're really in trouble because they're already in the system. It's like they got away with it so many times. They got away with it with Kennedy. They got away with it with Martin Luther King. They got really like Kennedy. A lot of people, important people.
Yep, both Kennedys. HIV. This is the one that I was talking about. Jasmine Crockett says fraud like what we saw in Minnesota is no big deal. Let's see.
And I do want to make sure that I cover one other thing that the chairman spoke about. He specifically said that he's concerned about the fraud. He's not giving us numbers, but I can give you some numbers. If we're concerned about how much money it may be costing us because systems are not perfect, we have no perfect systems. We have always had some level of fraud in anything that we have because there's no such thing as perfection walking on this earth. And I do.
Yeah, but Minnesota was massive. Of course, there's always going to be fraud.
Mm-hmm.
But like the situation that happened in Minnesota was wild. It was multiple companies.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money. That's not like a small little 20,000, 30,000.
We're talking about like $8 billion.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
And how the hell she got 30 million in her account?
Yeah.
Like that's what, like, in a matter, I think it was like in 3 to 4 years, she ended up being a millionaire, like a millionaire, and became a multimillionaire. How do you do that, like, on a government salary?
Insider trading.
That's
Insider
wild,
trading.
man. Mm-mm. It's something. It's just despicable. The whole despicable. Nancy Pelosi is at fault. You know that, right?
For
He
the
started
insider
this
trading?
shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nancy, did you see this scenario that happened in DC? Yeah, the Nancy Pelosi approach. Did you see this
Yeah.
situation that was going on in DC with the squatter?
Yes, I did a report on it.
I think I briefed you yesterday. You did, right? Or did it day before?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I saw a whole series about it, and I've been following up on her story. She
they did the ruling today. Did you see that?
she had to leave because she was in violation. She's done this before. This is not the first time she's done this.
I know, it's wild, man.
Yeah, her story was, oh, her place had caught fire, whatever excuse, but the place that she caught fire, she hasn't paid anything there, and she used that excuse to get an Airbnb and then overstayed her Airbnb, and then, like, the owner was going crazy, like she couldn't pay her mortgage on it because it was like $4,000 in bills and mortgage that she had to pay on that property, and she can't because this person's not paying.
Man, that is why a lot of my buddies in the real estate space, they don't do well. There's two things here. In where I'm at, there's a restriction on Airbnbs. So it's like a lotto. They don't give out licenses. Secondly, a lot of people backed out of it because of situations like this. Like after 30 days, if they rent it out for 30 days, they have tenant rights.
Yep.
And you know what? I would have cut off. This owner took a little too long to cut off the power. I would have cut off the power a long time ago. And I think the interview that you showed a couple days ago, she had like little lamps, little gas lamps in the background and stuff like that. And this is wild, man. Like, dude, just
it is.
Just pay or leave.
I have to send you the full. I have it here. Let me look for it. It's kind of like 15, 16 minutes long. But I'll send it to you. I just gotta find it. I saw a report on her, and she's wild, and and then she's and the fact that she's done this before, and then, like, and the way she looks too, she looks very liberal too.
Oh, dude. And she
looks like a Democrat.
She's like trying to defend herself. There she is right here with the glasses. She's trying to defend herself. Like, oh, I had to. Well, okay, cool. Well, you can also like just pay the rent. Like, talk to the owner. Like, this is just my thoughts. Like, just talk to the owner and say, hey, I want to extend the rent. Or, hey, will you be willing to rent this to me for 6 months? I've done that. Like,
short-term lease.
I've done that. I say, I know this is at Airbnb, but I'd like to rent this for 3 months or 6 months or whatever, you know? And then they give it to you for a discount. They take it off Airbnb, and then you just pay them directly. But she don't got no money, so you then leave.
She owed another, I think,
like
another
$50,000,
place.
right?
Like, yeah, like a big amount, like over 30,000, I think it was. It was a crazy, like 38,000, some number like that. And it was just he should be like put on an alert. Anytime she try to rent from Airbnb, she should like be highlighted not to let her stay.
And she was on cruises.
Yeah, she was living the good life.
Yeah, so they kicked her booty out today.
Nice. Well, finally, I mean, you see how slow it is to get the government or the authorities to do the right thing to get these individuals that are squatters out. I mean, they should be no squatters shouldn't even be that shouldn't be in existence. That should be as like that they shouldn't be enforced or anything like that. They should be like, no, this is not your place. Do you live here? No, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like why go through all these hoops and hurdles and here it is. I found the coverage. I'm gonna send it to you, Tyson.
All right.
Unless you want to watch it, it's 15 minutes long.
No, send it over because you already did it.
Yeah, I did it yesterday.
And I think
actually, no. I don't think I did this one yesterday.
I think, but it's accumulation of the. I think the 15-minute one is accumulation of the 3 stories, like the 3 videos put together. I think that's all that it is. Because I briefly looked at it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do this. Just copy it and send it over to you. But yeah, she's really slick, right? So they got her out. Do you have the video?
This is this one from today.
Hold on.
Here. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, hold because I was trying to because I had like the window closes out when I try to do something and I gotta open up Discord so I can send it to you. Because I have it here.
What's
and I
up,
hate Discord. What's up, Chloe? What's up, Kayla? How y'all doing? Go ahead, you can play it, Tyson.
I'm Scott, and you're seeing it right there. I'm Scott Thuman.
And I'm Michelle Marsh. Our
What the
Washington,
hell is
D.C.
that?
reporter
Our
Felicia
shit?
Ashley has been exclusively reporting on this story for more than a week now. Today, a judge ruling in favor of the homeowner who says an Airbnb guest was trying to take her home.
Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley joining us now from that house where the judge says the squatter cannot stay anymore, has to get out.
Felicia, thank you.
What's up, Kayla? I hope you're feeling better.
Tyson, thank you for that because that kind of ties into what I was reporting yesterday. I love it because it's like this is like the ending, and I love these type of endings where justice is served, and she should have not have been there any longer than the allotment time of,
The news getting resolved.
Yeah,
but I'm happy. That's great. I mean, throw all that shit out. Like, who is she to bring all this shit? Look at all this shit like she brought into this temporary Airbnb.
I think some of that also might be some from the Airbnb.
You think so?
Yeah, some of it might be, but she's probably just toss it all away.
Damn.
'Cause, she was there for some time. Oh man, pneumonia's tough.
Yeah,
My prayers go out to you guys, Kayla and Terry.
Yeah, she was in the hospital a few days back. I think it was last weekend, and then I think was there for a few days, and then they treat her like shit. Fucking nurses here.
Yeah.
But damn it. Yeah, I hope you get better. But yeah, get all your shit and get the fuck out. Like, you see all the plants and all the like I heard she was doing some kind of candle business in there too.
What?
Yeah, she had like this like fragrance and to make candles, and she had like this whole little operation that she was doing there.
You know, that honestly, like for them to offer money, like that's a strategy that I've done in the past also, is like, if let's say I pick up a property and a lot of times there will be squatters in a property, or just kind of a similar situation to this, but they don't have rights or anything like that. But a lot of them fugazi the system. They get driver's license to match the address, all this other stuff, so they can set up electricity and stuff.
Mhm.
And I'll do something and offer them money to move and talk to them, because I don't want them to damage the property more than what it already is.
Mhm.
And maybe even help them to move, or whatever the scenario is.
No, man, you're doing too much. Fuck them.
well-
They need to get their own U-Haul and get their shit out.
No, like, dude,
I'll burn the fucking house down. How about this?
Yeah, but
call me an arson, call me whatever, but it's my motherfucking house, and you're gonna get out one way or the other.
Yeah, so like the only reason why I do that is because like I don't want them to pour concrete down the drain or cause like crazy damage.
That's so sick. That's wild. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
back in the
they're-
old days, they didn't do this shit, because back in the days, you would get shot
for sure. Man, there was one property that I picked up, man. It had probably, dude, it probably had like 20 people living in it.
Woo.
Let me see if I can pull up a photo, bro.
You tell me it was like a sausage fest.
It was all dudes, yeah.
Yeah, sausage fest. Sausage party. That's what's the risk about being like a flipper, because you do all this work and then you're almost done, and then these motherfuckers just come on in.
No, this was before all the work was done. Like,
you see, that's crazy.
Right when I picked it up. Let me see if I can.
That's wild, And there's those opportunistic people. They a lot of there's a lot of them out there that do that, and they use this squatter protection law and all this bullshit law. I'm like, yeah, but there's no law of stop payment on my fucking property. I still got to pay this shit.
Yeah, and
You
dude,
know?
these cats were all on meth, man. It was
Oh,
wild.
even worse.
I'm trying to see if I can. They were living there with like no power. Oh, this is a good photo. Let me see.
Mm-mm.
Is it this one? I had all the cars towed because there was probably like 10 cars. Where is it at? Let me see. Is this the photo? Nope.
But they need to stop that. They need to crack down on this squatter rights and
for sure, bro.
Individuals that just come in and just think they own the place and do whatever they want, pretty much ransack the place, and then it costs more for the owner. It's like, do the squatter pays for the damages? No, they just get out and they leave and they get somebody else's house. It's crazy.
How do I share this? Dude, this is how. Let me see if I can. There we go. I just requested a share.
Okay.
This is how they were living, man.
Holy shit. The fuck?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
With no power or anything, just like that at
No
night.
power, nothing. I don't have my Dropbox account, so I'm like, Just downloading the photos. Let me see. Yeah, it was wild, man.
That is wild. And do you got any more pictures?
What was that?
You got any more pictures?
I do. But I don't have this Dropbox account anymore. Hold on, let me see if I can. It might be in my other one. Preview is restricted. Here, let me see. I'll just share this. So I don't have this. Yeah, I don't have a Dropbox account anymore. I can't even access the photos, dude.
Yeah. I'll let you work on that.
Yeah.
But how was the bathrooms? Were the bathrooms run down? Like,
Oh, everything was trash, bro. Like everything was super duper trashed.
so you had to like do everything all over, new
Oh,
refrigerator,
yeah.
new stove, new
Everything.
tear everything down.
Everything, bro.
Like how much is something like that to, let's say, how big was that place?
That place, let me see. That place was like, I can pull up it was 1,700 square feet.
1,700 square feet.
Yeah, but it needed everything, bro. Like roof, everything, beds, baths, like, because it was just tore up, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was a full rehab.
Yeah, I've been watching this YouTuber. They're a bunch of brothers and they go out and help people with their roofs, and they go and they replace their roofs for free.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like the coolest YouTube channel I came across. And I was like, it's pretty interesting how they put these metal roofs. I thought it was really cool. And it doesn't seem as hard.
The metal roofs are dope, man. Like the metal roofs are super cool.
Yeah.
Um,
and the fact that they were helping like the like seniors and older people and people that can't afford to get their roofs done, like they were stepping in and doing it for free. Well, not really for free because they're gonna get the money from the YouTube video and stuff like that. So it kind of like it's gonna pay for itself down in the long run.
Here's this one. Let me see. I did a metal roof on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a metal roof on this one.
Man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And you sold that one for 192,000? Nah.
Yeah.
You sold it already?
Yeah, this one was this was a pain in the butt, man. This was in Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was a pain in the butt, dude.
Like why? Like that was the one with the people in it?
No. No, this one was
Well, you had trouble with the contractors?
This one, I did have some trouble with the contractors on this one.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then weather. There was a lot of hurricane stuff going on. Not hurricane, tornado
Mhm.
watch crap.
High
But
winds.
this whole thing right here, this whole section,
Mhm.
was an ad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this was just the original house right here. And this
So
this whole
you did the add-on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like this whole thing right here.
And what did you make the add-on inside? Like, is it like
That was just like I think it was a partial bedroom, I think it was.
okay. It's a big bedroom. Big
Yeah,
walk-in closet.
bedroom and then an additional bathroom.
Looks nice. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
clean. It's clean. You know, like it's clean. Like it's not like it's not like the best situation, but
yeah. My thing is, I would be so scared to live there because of the fucking tornadoes. Because I tell you right now, that house was not going to hold up to a tornado.
A legit one? No, not a legit one.
Because, but it's a beautiful. It looks nice. I mean,
it was cool.
It looks cool. It looks nice. I would have asked a little bit more than 192, but
well,
I mean,
the market,
that is Arkansas.
Yeah, originally it was listed at like 2 something.
210.
It was like 210, 205, something like that. But just the market had shifted. So this was, I just wanted to get rid of it. You know, like it could have sat longer. I just wanted to get rid of it just because it was a pain in the butt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of frustrations put into that comment. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like it comes to a point like, okay, I could sit out for another couple months and get 210, but then also it just doesn't make sense because then it's an additional time frame too. So
yeah,
I just had to get rid of it.
The thing is, like from out of state, it's not easy. Going there and checking up on these contractors, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to, and it's not the same as being there and being on their ass. And a lot of these contractors, they like to take advantage and not do what they are paid to do.
Yeah. This one was a pain in the butt, but picked it up pretty fairly. So
yeah, no, as long as you got it out of your hands, that's good. It looks like it looks really nice, to be honest with you. It looks very spacious.
For Arkansas, for sure. Like, this isn't necessarily like the best rehab, but like for Arkansas, it was fine.
Like, what made you go out of state?
Like the cost of acquisitions. So at the time, the market that I'm currently in like was shifting, and over there was a delay in regards of market shift, in regards of pricing and interest rates. Like, and then I've done a few over there, and I liked it. And it was just it just seemed like a real cool spot. But this one will be the last one for sure. Like, I'd probably buy some land or something
and start from scratch.
Yeah, like I do like some land there and just like hold it because it's really beautiful out there. That was Mountain Home. It's really nice out there. And then you can't pick up properties like the way that I picked up this one here. Like, the cost for something like that like something like that here would be 1,700 square feet. Like, I think that's sat on like a half an acre. Like, you're gonna pay here probably 600,000 for something like that here.
Yeah, I mean, in your area, it's you're too close to Vegas.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
I mean, the property tax over there, I wonder.
Yeah, it's property taxes here aren't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not too bad. And the total cost of living here is not like crazy. Like, there's no state additional taxes, so it's a good place for like Shell LLCs and stuff like that. Oh man, Terry said, talking about tornadoes, my dad has lived in Oklahoma for decades. Oh man.
Yeah, that must be scary.
I would move. Would you live in a tornado place?
I mean, I lived in Florida, and the hurricanes drove me away from Florida, and the storms and stuff. Like, I didn't like it. I only been through one tornado, actually probably two, and they're not fun. Like, our house got destroyed a little bit from one, and our roof got messed up, and our shed was gone. It really, like, I don't know if you ever been in a tornado, Tyson, but it's like the pressure changes. It drops so much, and your ears pop. It's pretty scary.
I could imagine. I seen Twister, bro. I'm good.
Oh Lord, yeah. It was, Twister, the original one. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
very good movie.
It was.
Like, the sequels, not so much, but especially the latest one, it's like, eh. Let's see. I'm just checking something out. This is one weird video.
Who's this fool? Teddy Morning. I just saw his comments.
Yeah, no, I kicked him out. It was just like, I don't know, stupid.
You know the dude?
No, I don't.
Teddy Morning, my man. What a bum. You're on this channel, bro. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, I got rid of him. I was like, not wasting my time with this idiot.
I just saw his comments. I'm like, what a loser. Anyways.
You know what? I want to show this one. I want to see what this last video. You got to go, Tyson, because I know you got to go.
Yes, you can show this one. I can dip after it.
All right, here we go.
Every December 7th, they have a ceremony known as the Burning of the Devil, where residents of that country burn an effigy of the devil to ward off evil spirits before Christmas. It's a centuries-old tradition. This year featured, well, an unexpected twist. This time, the devil effigy was holding a papier-mâché version of President Trump's head, and it was burned right along with the devil itself. Looks like Trump derangement syndrome now has gone international. And the biggest exporter has to be none other than Rosie O'Donnell, who, after fleeing the country to Ireland after Donald Trump's victory, is now being described by the Washington Post as, quote, living in exile, life in exile for Rosie. And while these are pretty wild examples, we can all think of people in our own lives who definitely suffer from TDS, and we might be seeing a lot of them over the holiday season. Some of you might have suffered over Thanksgiving, throwing some turnips, maybe mashed potatoes, maybe a turkey leg. I don't know. How do you handle it? Anyway, we asked psychotherapist Jonathan Alpert, you know, if this was not very real, I wouldn't have had 1 million people before Thanksgiving calling into my radio show worried how they would deal with their crazy relatives that can't stand the sight of them because they like Donald Trump. Any advice? You're the professional.
Well, and Sean, I wouldn't have had dozens of patients seeing me before Thanksgiving and dozens of patients seeing me now before the December holidays with that very concern. And what we have here is, in the old days, not too long ago, people would have disagreements, families would disagree on politics, but now people have become hardened and they're characterizing their uncle or their cousin, and they see that person as bad or flawed or evil. So this is really concerning to me as a therapist if we're at the point where people are cutting people out of their lives just because of how they voted or if they like Trump or Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. We need to really rise above that and recognize that there's so much more to life and to the holiday season than politics.
You know, I happened to be in New York yesterday. I don't go to New York anymore. I left, and I left for good. I'm out. But I had an interview with Erica Kirk. And while I was there, I ran into Chuck Schumer. And I said, Senator, it's your favorite cable news host. How are you? Good to see you. Why would I be mean to a senator just because he has a political point of view that I want no part of and I totally disagree with? And to his credit, he wasn't mean back. I think he rolled his eyes and he goes, oh, no, not you. But why would I be mean to people? Because they disagree with me. What do I care?
Well,
no, not you.
Views and good for Senator Schumer and you for rising above political differences and being a gentleman, and that's how it should be. But all too often, we're seeing great division in our society. And my forthcoming book, Therapy Nation, talks about how we got to that place where people are hating each other just because of how they voted. And we really need to get back to a time when people from different sides of the aisle could get along. There used to be a time when you could put a sign in your front yard for Bush or Clinton, but you could still be friends with that neighbor of yours. And we really need to try to get back to that time.
I think that time is long since passed, unfortunately. And I did say, Senator, you chased me out of here, meaning the state chased me out. And I'm sure you think that's a good thing. He said, actually, I don't. Because it's not a good thing for New York that people that contribute to the economy, and that's hardworking people in any field, you know, you lose that tax base. And guess what? You run out of spending other people's money.
Well, we'll see what happens under Mamdani.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. There you go. I just told you. Good luck dealing with those people in therapy. They couldn't pay me enough money to listen to the complaints. Anyway, thank you. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmer.
Yo, Hannity, yo, he's dropping truth bombs.
Facts.
They couldn't pay me to deal with this bullshit. I mean, I live next to it. Terry lives next to it. We got to deal with it. And I don't know. I'm thinking about going to New York City, right? But just for one last time, because I'm not going to go for the next year, and for the city, I will skip it for the next 4 years until Mandani's out of there. I'm not going to support or give my money to New York City, but this time I am, because Mandani's not in there right now, and all I want to go see is the Christmas tree and climb up the Rockefeller building.
Yep.
That's about it.
New York's going to be a dump, dude. The only thing that's going to be good there is the pizza, which you can get in Connecticut. So,
yeah, the pizza is supposedly better here in Connecticut. We got the best pizza in the world, like, for sure. I should do a little episode, do a little show from a pizzeria out here.
Yeah.
We got like New Haven. Oof. If you love pizza.
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
Yeah, man. They got a lot of good food. But it's only that, because other restaurants, it's not that great. Like, unless it's like those commercial restaurants. But other than that, like mom and pop places is not much.
Yeah.
Not like Vegas. Vegas, you guys got creativity. You got the food trucks. You got areas that have like the food trucks. You go and pick what you want to eat, and that's really cool. We have something like that here, but it's not the greatest.
Yeah, like I think we got some of the best cuisine, man. Honestly, we got some of the best cuisine on and off the main corridor.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm going to Vegas next year. I'm letting you know for sure right
Yeah,
now.
dude, let me know.
I'm gonna go. Just I'm not staying in the strip or anywhere. I'm gonna away from there. I'm not there for the strip. I'll see it. I like to drive by it and maybe walk around, and that's fine. But I heard it's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
Do you go out to the strip much? Like you say fuck it, then we go to the strip.
No, not too much. Unless there's some folks in the town, we'll go to dinner or something like that. Very, very, very rarely though. Like, cause honestly, like I think some of the best stuff is off the strip.
All right.
Sometimes I got to drive through it. Like last week, I had to drive. I had to cut across it. It's always crazy traffic. But dude, it's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Like a show to go see a show or anything. Like it doesn't call you, right?
If it's a particular event, or if I get comps like to a show, like if somebody's like, hey, like the concert venues are down there. I saw Teddy Swims down there. The Cirque shows are pretty good. If I
Okay.
get if I get comps, or if it's my mom wanted to go see a show, so we saw a show. But other than that, bro, like I'm good. Like
How you feel? How you feel about the spear?
you know what? I've actually never been. I haven't been there yet. I
Oh wow.
know. Yeah, I
But
know.
you
that-
seen it? You seen
Yeah.
it from the outside.
Dude, I could see it from my place, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. Like it's wild. They're actually playing the Wizard of Oz throughout December there.
Oh, okay.
So
I heard it's very expensive.
yeah, but like I think the experience is super dope. Like coincidentally enough, man, Backstreet Boys were playing there. They like sold out. They had like a
Yeah.
small little residency there. Fire. Like I heard it was super cool.
Yeah, I think it would look cool. I know. It's
Yeah, because they do like the
especially-
whole stage, like everything. It's 360.
Yeah, if you have like epilepsy, you can't really go there.
Oh, dude, no.
That's the worst place. Don't go if you have epilepsy because you'll have fucking seizures because of all the lighting and the 3D look of the spear inside.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was the first residency there. It was
U2?
It was U2. Yeah, U2, and then the Eagles.
Yes, I like the Eagles.
I heard the Eagles was dope.
Yeah. Oh man, that must have been a great show.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
See that one I would go to. I would go to the Eagles and I would go to Journey.
Yeah.
Journey. I love Journey. It's like something about them.
They're great, man.
Yeah, good music.
That's that
Another
good
one.
music, man.
Another person that I like, Peter Gabriel.
Okay.
Some of my favorites over from UK out there. Give a shout out to the UK. I got some UK friends. Send you all the love, especially you, Maggie. Yeah, I like Peter Gabriel. I like his music. I always loved it from the '80s, like growing up with it, and the way his mind and his videos were. It was like it kind of like programmed me.
Yeah. Terry asked about the blue screen of death. I'm not sure. I didn't hear about it. I know Kamala spent like crazy money to run her ad on it.
Windows blue screen of oh yeah, I heard Kamala spent a lot of money on that shit.
Yeah.
She's crazy. She's crazy. Like that she has no like restraint, you know. She sees money has to be spent, you know. And it's not her money. It's the taxpayers' money.
Yep.
It's donations. It's like show that you're responsible and be able to hold an election but not overspent it either and not go overboard. Like she owes money still.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's
like
wild.
how much did she spend?
She spent quite a bit. I don't know. I don't remember the exact number.
She's a crazy. She's one nut and she wants to run again. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It was crazy.
I don't think you could run on debt.
1.5 mil or 1.5 million or no.
No, it's more, dude. You crazy?
Yeah. How much?
That was probably one donor.
October election period over 270 million.
Oof. Oof. Oh Lord.
Nasty.
That's a lot of money. Ugh. And what did she do with that money? Like did she, I know what she did. She paid J Lo. She paid
Beyonce,
what was the other one?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. And what was the other one that was shaking her ass on the stage?
Meg Thee Stallion.
That one. The one that was bouncing her ass and everybody in Atlanta was like, what's going on here? And it's like a strip show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Patience. I need patience.
That's hilarious, dude.
I need patience over here.
Yeah,
When she said that, when she said I need patience over here, I was confused. I was like, why is she saying she need patience? Like, what's going on here? She's breaking down. She's like, patience. I'm like,
Oprah. Yeah, Oprah. This is wild. All right, you staying on for a little bit longer?
yeah, man. Well, I'll be here for a bit.
You're gonna rock like 4 hours tonight, huh?
Probably 3. Cool. Maybe I'll be out of here by another hour from now.
Cool. Dude, thank you, man. I really appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna check out that video you sent on Discord.
All right. Yeah, it kind of gives you the from the when she started her shit to pretty much now. You got the ending, and I appreciate that because I'm happy they kicked her out because I was like, I would have kicked that bitch out a long time ago.
Oh, big time, bro. Big time.
Thank you, Tyson. I appreciate you, man,
guys.
so much.
All right, thanks, chat. Appreciate you guys. All right, man. All right,
peace. Later. And that's Tyson DeLacruz, everyone. Thank you so much, Tyson, for rocking with me. And you see how I reversed it on him? But but cool, man. I appreciate having Tyson here. It's always cool. His company and him just speaking with us, it's a good thing. It's always good to talk things out. And I can't wait to go to Vegas. I'm gonna go to Vegas next year. Gonna make sure it's a good time frame where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. So I'm trying to pick out a good time frame to go. Because I really would like to go and I've never been there before and I hope I don't break down on the way over there. It's a long flight, so I don't know how my body's gonna do. You know, I'm probably gonna be fucked up for a day or two, and then be able to function. It'll probably take me a day from a flight like that. I mean, I've flown to Puerto Rico, and I felt tired. I rested, and the next day I was fine. So, you gotta understand these airplanes with the pressure, and it's not easy, especially if you have spinal injuries and spinal, like metal in your spine, like I do. It's not easy. It's not. And I don't trust airlines these days. These motherfuckers, they be, I don't know, man. They haven't been safe lately. I'm just saying, they haven't been safe lately. And let's see what we got here. We got a couple of things to watch. Let me set up a little lineup here. And then okay, I think this is a good lineup. So let's go ahead and clear this out. You got to restart the sound because, of course, it does that. So let's go ahead and restart this. But yeah, the blue screen. I don't know about the blue screen. I never heard of that. I need to follow up on that story. Damn, which one is it? That's one. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is kind of like crazy news. So let's watch this.
We are hearing from the Associated Press and from Fox News that Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been released after a federal judge's ruling.
Okay,
U.S.
sounds to be a
District
hoax.
Judge
It was debunked.
in
Okay, cool.
Maryland ordered Immigration and Customs enforcement to let Abrego Garcia go immediately, writing that federal authorities had detained him again after his return to the United States without any legal basis. We have been tracking Abrego Garcia's case closely. Abrego Garcia's attorney's office confirmed that he was in fact released just before 5 p.m. local time. That was the deadline the judge gave the government for an update on Abrego Garcia's release. His attorney earlier told the Associated Press that Abrego Garcia plans to return to Maryland, where he has an American wife and child, and where he has lived for years after originally immigrating to the United States illegally as a teenager. Abrego Garcia had been held at Mashanon Valley Processing Center, which is about 115 miles northeast of Pittsburgh. We have been pretty much tracking this Abrego Garcia story closely. The White House, of course, has been tracking Abrego Garcia's story closely as well. In fact, Caroline Leavitt was asked about him at today's White House press briefing.
A federal judge today ordered the immediate release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia from ICE detention. Does the White House have a response to that, and does the administration plan to appeal that decision?
Absolutely. The White House, the administration opposed this activism from a judge who is really acting as a judicial activist, which we've unfortunately seen in many cases across the country. Abrego Garcia is present in our country illegally. He is a proven human trafficker. He is a proven gang member. The administration has evidence of that. And as you saw from the Department of Homeland Security, they issued a statement saying they'll continue to fight this legal battle in court.
Okay, so Caroline Leavitt addressing that earlier. Of course, we'll wait for any other White House reaction, perhaps any sort of appeals that may take place. The Department of Homeland Security sharply criticizing the judge's decision and vowing to appeal this. They called the ruling naked judicial activism by a judge appointed during the Obama administration.
Oh, Lord.
It was
More Obama judges.
McLaughlin, she's the department's assistant secretary. She was quoted as saying, "This order lacks any valid legal basis, and we will continue to fight this tooth and nail in the courts." We'll continue to keep you posted on Kilmar Abrego Garcia's. We'll also let you know, by the way, if we get any footage of Abrego Garcia himself. There were some cameras that were staked out trying to catch a glimpse of him perhaps leaving the facility. Our cameras, at least from what we saw, didn't happen to catch him as he was released. So what you're looking at is file footage.
That's weird.
Abrego made his way through media scrum after media scrum as this story has developed.
But that's the old footage right
News
there.
of the hour, Kilmar
Is that
Abrego
old?
Garcia being freed from immigration detention on a judge's order earlier on Thursday. This comes while he continues to fight to stay in the U.S. and it hands a major victory to the immigrant whose wrongful deportation to a notorious prison in El Salvador. It really did make him a flashpoint of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. We'll let you know if we hear any more developments as the night continues. A live look at the White House.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Obviously, Jasmine Crockett, who the president has openly criticized, just entered Texas's Senate race. I asked Mike Johnson, who said that Texas largely supports the president. Crockett, on the other hand, says that Trump is an example of extremism. She says that her support is a referendum on Trump. I'm curious to get your thoughts on this. Has Trump made any statements since she's announced her candidacy?
Not to my knowledge, as you know, from the White House podium. As a government employee, I'm not privy to comment on future elections, but I do think the president has made his thoughts on Ms. Crockett quite clear, and I do believe he thinks she is wholly unqualified for the office that she is seeking. Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Caroline. A federal judge today ordered the immediate release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia from ICE detention. Does White House have a response to that, and does the administration plan to appeal that decision?
Absolutely. The White House, the administration opposed this activism from a judge who is really acting as a judicial activist, which we've unfortunately seen in many cases across the country. Abrego Garcia is present in our country illegally. He is a proven human trafficker. He is a proven gang member. The administration has evidence of that. And as you saw from the Department of Homeland Security, they issued a statement saying they'll continue to fight this legal battle in court. Caitlin.
Two questions. I have one on Venezuela to follow up, but first on affordability, since we were talking about the economy at the beginning. If the economy is as strong as the president has said it is, then why is he telling parents 2 weeks before Christmas that they should only buy 2 or 3 dolls for their children?
Look, what the president is saying is that if we want products made right here in America, if we want them to be made from American small businesses, which is a large part of the reason the president has effectively implemented tariffs, then we're going to have better quality products right here in the United States. Maybe you'll pay $1 or $2 more, but you will get better quality and you'll be supporting your fellow Americans by buying American. And that's what the president was saying. Again, with respect to affordability, every economic metric, Caitlin, and I wish you would report more on it, does in fact show that the economy is getting better and brighter than where it was under the previous administration. I will repeat, inflation as measured by the overall CPI has slowed to an average 2.5% pace. Real wages are increasing, roughly $1,200 for the average worker. Gas prices are down in almost every single state across the country. Again, in 22 states, it's below $275. You look at the tax cuts, those are going to go into effect next year. So the best is yet to come. The president is digging our country out of the economic hole that the previous administration put us in, and that's what he's talking about.
It was a year ago, as you know, and grocery prices have been up. So we've covered the economy, but there's mixed signals in terms of what that looks like. But on
inflation is down from where it was. As measured by the overall CPI, it has slowed to an average 2.5% pace. This is down from what the president inherited. The president inherited 2.9% in January. Today, it's at about 2.5%. So we're trending in the right direction with more to come. And I would remind you, when President Trump left office in his first term, inflation was 1.7%. In the previous administration, the president has clouded this hole. He's kept it low at 2.5%. And we believe that number is continued to decline as well.
It wasn't high under Biden. They're just saying it's not.
Well, nobody reported on it being high under Biden. My predecessor was standing at this podium, but now you want to ask me a lot of questions about it, which I'm happy to answer. But I will just add, there's a lot more scrutiny on this issue from this press corps than there was. Well, in the previous administration said that too. My predecessor stood up at this podium and she said, inflation doesn't exist. She said the border was secure, and people like you just took her at her word. And those were two utter lies. Everything I'm telling you is the truth backed by real factual data. And you just don't want to report on it because you want to push untrue narratives about the president. Go ahead. I'm not going to take your follow-up. Go ahead.
Is the White House optimistic about the upcoming redistricting vote in Indiana and what happens if it fails?
We'll see how the vote plays out. That's a political matter and frankly a legal one, and I won't comment on it here. Brian.
Thank you, Caroline. I'm going to go back to the Fed. I have two topics I just want to address with you. The first one on the Fed. The president did say yesterday that he was meeting with Kevin Warsh.
This is your favorite story in the world, Brian.
It is our favorite story. the president said yesterday he was meeting with Kevin Warsh to talk about the Fed chair, like interview for a Fed chair role. Can you just say how that interview went with him?
I won't comment on private meetings without the president's approval to do so.
Okay. And the second thing is on the Netflix Warner Brothers deal. The president did address this also yesterday. He said that he believes that the sale of CNN should be attached to that deal with Netflix or with Paramount if anything happens down there with them. Can you just explain what the president's planning to do going forward to continue to make that case similar to what he made yesterday?
Well, I think the president's comments yesterday about the sale of CNN and new leadership is evidenced by my exchange with the CNN reporter in this room.
Yeah, he still does.
Their viewership
He
has
has
gone
a
down.
strong
Their
grip in the
ratings has
media,
declined,
too.
and I think the president rightfully believes that network would benefit from new ownership. With respect to this deal, he has great respect for both companies who are bidding against one another, and I won't weigh in any further than that. In the back, go ahead. Thank you. I wasn't calling on either of you, but I'll take both your questions and then to you. Go ahead.
I have two questions. One is South Korea, one on the Japan. First question, the recent U.S.-South Korea trade fact sheet made no mention of agricultural product. Does the United States want to completely open its rice and beef market to South Korea? And second question on Japan. China is using its military.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Covering a range of issues there is the White House Press
Yeah, she has a
Secretary
lot of
Caroline
problems.
Leavitt, that she always does, but we missed the top of
Korea.
it. We're going to turn that around for you and rerun the clip of Caroline Leavitt being asked what of that oil, where was it going after that oil ship was seized yesterday off the coast of Venezuela, and confirmation there that it was heading to the IRGC, so it was on its way to Iran. That's why they made a move on it, and also no call yet regarding Thailand and Cambodia yet. The president will presumably get to that as soon as he can.
That's why they intercepted on it. Okay, let me bring it back to me. That's why they intercepted, because the oil was going to Iran from Venezuela. So that's why they intervened and took over and be like, bitch, you're not taking this shit over there to Iran. And the United States took the ship. Now, where is that ship going to go? The only closest place that I know, Puerto Rico. So what we're going to do, start taking all the ships, the cargo ships away from Venezuela too? I mean, that's a lot of ships. I mean, they are a very oil rich country, and they produce a lot of crude oil and fuel. Venezuela is very rich with oil, extremely, especially Guyana. Oh my God. Ooh, their neighbors is probably a lot more, because they have they discovered a big reserve off the coast of Guyana, and Venezuela wants it really bad. But that's why the U.S. is intervening, because this is not really about drugs. It's really about the oil. And Guyana has a lot of freaking rich, deep oil that the United States could pump up, and it would bring the prices of gasoline for us to below $2. That I haven't seen that since I was a little kid. Oh my God. I remember when I was little, gas prices were in the cents. We're talking about 70 something cents a gallon, 80 cents a gallon. Then it started going to 90 cents a gallon, and then $1 a gallon. And then it just kept going up and up and up and up and up. It was never stopping. It was always moving up. I was like, man, I remember my dad used to fill up the tank with $10. Now it takes $40. All right, let's see what else we got to watch here. All right. Oh, Trump. Let's go right to Trump. Let's see what's this about.
You made a commitment to the Europeans back in July, if I remember right, to participate in some kind of a peacekeeping force should there be a peace agreement. You mentioned, I think, air support, intelligence, and so forth. Does that commitment still stand? Is the U.S. ready to go contribute to
It's
this?
called the security agreement,
Yeah.
basically, that they call it, the security agreement. Yeah, we would help. We would help with security because it's, I think, a necessary factor in getting it done. I thought that we were very close with Russia to having a deal. I thought we were very close with Ukraine to having a deal. In fact, other than President Zelensky, his people loved the concept of the deal. You know, we threw something out.
This is a four-part deal.
Well, there's 4 or 5 different parts. It's, you know, really
25 to
complicated
fill.
because you're cutting up
Right
in
on.
a certain way. It's not
Yeah.
easy as
Now
like a complex real
mine's
estate
taking
deal,
about
100,000,
25
but it's
to
a
fill
deal
too.
that would have stopped the killing of thousands of lives every month, thousands and thousands of
Probably
lives,
like
mostly
more like
soldiers, but as you
28.
know, there's some bombs being
Is
dropped.
it sort of a career-linked ceasefire that we don't resolve?
Well, there's a meeting on Saturday. We'll see whether or not we attend the meeting. We said we'll attend the meeting if we think there's a good chance of they
I
want
ended
me
up
to
putting
attend. They
gas
want us to
today.
attend. And we'll be attending the meeting.
I had
on Saturday
18 cents
if
off.
we think there's a good chance, and we don't want to waste a lot of time. We think it's negative. We want it to get settled. We want to save a lot of lives. As you know, in the past,
Right
we
on.
spent could be
Nice.
$350 billion giving it to Ukraine. You know, we got nothing in return, but we gave it to Ukraine. I ended up getting rare earth in return, even though I didn't spend money. And we are now selling weapons to NATO. We're not selling it to Ukraine. We're selling weapons at full price to NATO, as you know. They distribute those weapons probably to Ukraine for the most part. They're probably doing it to others also, but we're not involved in the war other than the fact that we are involved in a negotiation because people want us there. Ukraine wants us involved very much. Europe wants us involved. I have a great relationship with the countries of Europe. As you know, I took GDP. I took what they're spending as a percentage of GDP, but it was at 2 and they weren't paying, and now it's at 5, and everybody's amazed. But that 5% is a lot of it's coming back to the United States. With that being said, I'd like to see the killing stop. 25,000 people died last month, soldiers, mostly soldiers, but some people also where bombs were dropped. But for the most part, 25,000 soldiers died last month. I would love to see it stop. And we're working very hard. It doesn't really affect the United States unless it got out of control. You know, a thing like that, as you probably know, because you are a professional, a real professional, which is something I don't say about a lot of other people, but you are a great professional. Things like this end up in third world wars. And I told that the other day. I said, you know, everybody keeps playing games like this. You'll end up in a third world war. And we don't want to see that happen.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
Hmm.
click here to subscribe.
Yeah,
to
you don't want to see a third world war, but if it happens, are you ready? Are you ready if a third world war was to break out? I say bring it on and take all these little jits that are like 18, 19, 20, 21, the young, dumb, full of cum ones that are doing all these street takeovers and doing all this crazy shit and causing a menace to society. The one like the shoplifters and all the like degenerates, like put them into a military camp, train them up, and front line. World War? Okay, here we go. Send the degenerates. Send them to the front lines. Off you go. Fight for your country. You want to do donuts? Do donuts in other countries. Let's see what we got here. So we're here. Do a little housekeeping. All right, so the next 3 videos is going to be a reference to Charlie Kirk. So we're going to watch that. And it's 3 videos. So it's 3 different shows. We got Benny Johnson. We got Fox News. And we have Jimmy Dore. We're going to start off with Jimmy Dore. So let's go ahead and Watch.
I'm not vouching for everything Candace claims. I don't even know a lot of what she claims because I'm working on other stuff, and it makes me sad also. But the point is, do I trust Candace more than I trust your average DOJ official? Are you joking? It's not even close, dude.
Yeah.
Not even close. Do I trust the FBI more than I trust Candace? So not even close.
Why would you?
Why would you? So Tucker Carlson went on Theo Von's show, and he's now addressing, finally, he's addressing the hubbub around people asking questions about the Charlie Kirk assassination. So a couple of months later, here we go. Tucker's been busy doing great work, by the way. He's been doing great work. And so had a lot of stuff on his plate. And so I appreciate that he hasn't been able to get around to this, but believe me, he is going to. And here's the start of it.
Who was Charlie Kirk?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I love his wife and know his wife well. And so I feel emotional about it. So, I just haven't wanted everything to do with it. But I will say a couple of things. I don't understand the official story.
Nobody does. Nobody does, and nobody can defend it. And when they defend it, they look like liars. You know why? Because they're lying. That's why. Okay.
Of his assassination?
I don't understand it. And
who does?
I want to make sure that there is a truly rigorous and honest federal investigation.
Well, there isn't.
And I'm definitely concerned about that. A. B.
And we all know that there isn't right now. Kash Patel is covering up the Epstein files. He's covering up the Butler investigation. And now he's covering this up.
After the Epstein thing, you should have completely turned on anyone in government other than Massey, I guess.
That's right.
Now,
Or MTG.
She's gone.
Here we go.
I think that I don't know many of the details, but I know that recently Candace said that Egyptian registered aircraft were following Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, around for a number of years in different places in the world. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard.
Yes.
And I just want to say that is factually true.
Yes.
That's true. So that's like the one data point that I happen to know is true. What does that mean? I have literally no idea. I can't even guess, but that's very, very strange.
And what is Egyptian? It could mean aircrafts from Egypt. Who knows?
I think that they were registered in Egypt.
Yes.
And
yes.
So, but that fact is true. So I'm
pretty sure they're registered Egyptian military planes. One of the planes for sure, the president of Egypt flew in. We know that. Okay.
Enough. And it also her claim that, there were kind of a disproportionately large number of foreign registered cell phones at the event. That's also true. So what does that add up to? I don't know, but it means that, the FBI has a moral and legal obligation to look in every direction and to be open-minded as you would in any investigation, in journalism, in science. It's all the same process. I don't know the answer, and I'm going to sift through everything as open-mindedly as I can, as honestly as I can, to get to what the truth is. That's science, that's law enforcement, that's journalism. It's all the same. That's justice. And I just want to make sure that is happening. And I just don't have a ton of confidence in the FBI or the men who run it. And I'm not saying that out of ignorance at all.
That's a scary part too.
What Candace is saying is clearly causing a lot of turmoil. Is it true or not? I can't assess it. I'm not the FBI. I'm a freaking podcaster, but I do know how the system works, and it's really simple. The FBI has this case, and of course, the state of Utah. It's their job to not only find out what happened, but present it to the public in a way that restores some confidence that you can have justice in this country. We have functioning law enforcement. I don't have confidence in that because there's a lot of evidence that we don't have that. So restore confidence by being honest and telling a story that makes sense. So why, and if they don't do that, and they haven't done that, they have not done that, how can you be mad at Candace Owens or anyone else for filling a vacuum that they left?
Yeah.
I can tell you how you can be mad at Candace Owens. You're a liar. You have something to cover up. Probably the people at TPUSA have a lot of financial crimes that they're covering up.
No.
The FBI is covering up for who knows who. Are they covering up for the CIA?
So you're not mad.
Are
it's
they
not even convincing that you're mad. I'm
Right.
not convinced you're mad about it.
Or-
I think you're just
Or the
acting.
Mossad? Are they covering for the Mossad? Are they covering
Well,
up
that
for the?
explains Egyptian planes, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes.
well, Candace was bad. Okay, no. The people with the authority are the ones responsible, and they're the ones who should be held responsible when there's a failure. Not some podcaster, not me, not you, not Candace, the people whose job it is. And their default assumption was we acted alone. Really? Why do you think that? What about life suggests that people typically act alone? When was the last time you acted alone in anything? I don't know, right? So A. B, we know that people had foreknowledge of this because they posted about it on X and said Charlie Kirk is going to be killed on this date, and he was.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
Like, were they just guessing? Was it a guessing thing where every day they posted that?
Maybe. Have those people been interviewed? Have they been hauled into FBI HQ and
No.
had a long conversation with how they knew that? Like, let's get really specific. Why did you post that? Who have you talked to? Like, if I were doing this investigation, because I spent my whole life doing non-criminal investigations called journalism, like, what do we know is true? How do we find out? Call everybody, be open-minded. It's like it's the same process. If I was doing this investigation, they would be at the very top of the list. We know, because we've got public postings on Twitter that people know, just like on 9/11, we know people bet against American Airlines and the banks that were in the World Trade Centers. They shorted those stocks. Those people clearly had foreknowledge of 9/11. Who were those people? We still don't know. So I would start there.
But so you're saying that just the fact that there could possibly be some foreknowledge should be investigated.
Well, there was foreknowledge because I saw the tweets. And so I saw at least two that said, everything's going to change when Charlie Kirk gets to the college in Utah.
Okay.
So those people, I'm not saying they're part of a conspiracy, but there's evidence that they had foreknowledge. Okay. So that's where you begin. And then I could go on. Like, tell me how this guy who seemed normal became a radical trans furry murderer. It's not enough to tell me, oh, trans. I'm not pro-trans, by the way.
But was that the guy or his boyfriend?
Well, exactly right. Tell me how this guy became so radicalized that he murdered a stranger. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I want an explanation for how it happened. Why wouldn't I?
I agree.
But why do people like Candace so much? She's an amazing broadcaster. Yes. Because they sense in her, she might be wrong. Is she lying to me? Not on purpose. They sense the purity of her intent. That's the truth. And I can say, as someone who's dealt with government officials my whole life, I'm not vouching for everything Candace claims. I don't even know a lot of what she claims because I'm working on other stuff. And it makes me sad also. But the point is, do I trust Candace more than I trust your average DOJ official? Are you joking? It's not even close, dude.
Yeah.
Not even close. Do I trust the FBI more than I trust Candace? So not even close.
Why would you?
Why would you? Not even close. So good on Tucker. Good on Tucker. Fantastic. And thanks to Theo Vaughn for bringing him on. Love Theo Vaughn. Love that guy.
Look, if they do a heel turn, these people, this is the thing, like everybody like because they're not listening to what people are saying, so they'll just do this high school popularity thing if they don't like Tucker.
Yeah.
Or they don't like, I don't care who you like. Okay. I'm sure they're all nice. Who gives a shit? I want to hear something that's not an obvious lie. Just something that's not a complete insult to my fucking intelligence all the time. Like women have dicks. I want to hear something that's not insulting to me.
All right. And if you'd like to hear my jokes about how insulted we feel about this, come see me January 11th in Waikiki at the Blue Note. It's a wonderful.
I wish you would come back to Connecticut. He was here this year and I couldn't go because I was fucking sick. Jimmy Dore. All right, let's check out this next from Fox News.
Being delivered to this courthouse. Some of the doors are zip tied, so all types of measures being taken to make sure that this proceeding happens safely and secure today. Now, on the docket today, perhaps one of the most important issues, there was an October 24th hearing in which Judge Graff determined Robinson will be allowed to wear civilian clothing in court, as you see on your screen right now, but he has to remain shackled.
They play this damn music shit. I hate when they do that. But yeah, this dude killed Charlie Kirk. That dweeb. You saw how skinny he looked? He looked so anorexic. He looks sick. But I think it was all set up. I don't know. I don't like see like what she's wearing. You know, she's there at the White House and she's wearing a see-through shirt. Yeah, she's covering her breasts, but it's a see-through. Like, who wears this type of like the type of clothes she was wearing was like really inappropriate, especially when she wore the leather pants. You know, that was so inappropriate. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Your husband, he just got killed, and you're out here like wearing leather pants and see-through shirts. Like, come on." Oh, let me put the volume up on this.
So evil when there's
Here, let's go
so
back.
many other things you can be focusing on that you can build and that you can harness.
Back a little bit.
Exact man that murdered him by trying to reach that generation and say, there is a different way to live. There is a way better and healthier and pure and beautiful, truthful way to live. Why are you wasting your time with brain rot? Why are you wasting your time with things you know are so unhealthy, so unproductive, so divisive, so evil, when there's so many other things you can be focusing on that you can build and that you can harness for good? Why are you wasting your short time? My husband lived for 31 years. That's it. We don't have a lot of time here at all. But if you spend that time on things that are beautiful and true and good, that is how our country can heal and start going forward in a way, in a direction that we never thought could be possible, because the Lord can use that. If you just let that little seed in your life go towards hate and evil, we're on a totally different path.
Yeah, but you see, this is my problem, right? Because my problem is like they did the same thing to Jesus. And you know who put him up? It was the Jewish people who gave him up to the Romans. And they killed Jesus. And yet we got to sit here and pretend that that didn't happen. I'm just saying. And we're here protecting the Jewish. But yet they helped kill Jesus. I think she's full of shit. Terry. Yeah, but look at this guy. He's competing for GQ with Luigi. He's giving that GQ look.
Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin Tyler Robinson, who is now appearing in court in person for the first time. There have been a couple of appearances previously, but one was via video link, you might recall, and the other was via audio. But this is the first time that we are seeing him in person since he was wearing that armor not long after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So this is another one of those pre-trial hearings. Remember, the last one was about a month ago, possibly even 2 months ago, where the judge there allowed him to wear civilian clothing. The prosecutors had wanted him to wear a prison uniform, but the judge declared, well, there's going to be so much attention on this case that would unfairly disadvantage Tyler Robinson. So that's him in court right now. There are a number of charges that the 22-year-old faces. The judge is just entering the courtroom. We'll take his audio as well. And just listen into this for a moment, folks. So this breaking news, Tyler Robinson back in court, in person for the first time.
Parsons, Bailey, and Latimer, on behalf of another set of media interveners also identified in the briefs.
Good afternoon, and I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon. And for the benefit of the record, calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Counsel, as we're moving forward today, I want to give an overview of what we anticipate doing. And it comes down, we're addressing 3 issues. The first is the October 14th, 2025 audio recording of the closed hearing and the October 24th, 2025 transcript of that hearing. The second is the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order, commonly known or referred to as the gag order. And finally, the motion for limited intervention and request for notice of motions to close, seal, or reclassify, and which has been filed by the media organizations and by counsel who are present today. So as we begin, the first part is we'll begin by addressing the October 14th audio recording of the October 24th transcript.
So
this portion of the hearing will be closed so that I may hear from the parties regarding which portions of the recording, the record should remain sealed. All members of the public and the press will be excused, and the hearing will not be broadcast. And this is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected, and it would not benefit to have everyone listen to what should be sealed. And so after I've heard argument, we will invite all parties or the public and the media to come back in, and the hearing will resume transmission. We will then take up the motion for limited intervention, followed by the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order. These portions, the last two portions, will be open to the public and to the press. After hearing argument on all three matters, I will take a brief recess and then return to issue my ruling today. We will then stand in recess. We'll go ahead and excuse the public and the media. And it is the court's order that transmission be terminated temporarily.
Your Honor, we have one request with respect to the closed hearing. May I be heard on that?
Yes, counsel.
Thank you. Richard Novak for Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson has some immediate family members who are present, his father, his mother, and his brother. And we would ask the court to permit them to remain in the courtroom during the closed portion of the hearing.
To the state.
My only concern with that, Your Honor, is that we're going to be talking about court security measures. And I don't know that we'll have to go into a lot of detail about that, but I do have concerns about those issues being discussed in public.
All right. Mr. Novak, do you have authority that supports allowing them to remain in a closed hearing?
No, I think it's subject to the court's discretion to decide who is and is not an appropriate member of the public. I think they have a unique relationship with Mr. Robinson, and they would certainly abide by any orders the court makes concerning disclosure of what is discussed in closed session. But obviously, it's up to the court.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. I'm going to rule that they will be excluded as well. It is just given the nature and the sensitivity of it. I believe it is appropriate to treat all parties in the public equally, though I do recognize their relationship with Mr. Robinson. Thank you for your request. All right, we will go into the closed session. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Pre-trial hearings are unfolding then, and we've just lost the feed, but we did get the image of the 22-year-old Tyler Robinson since he was picked up many months ago now, following the alleged murder, the alleged assassination of the Republican influencer, a Republican champion, really, Charlie Kirk. So our first image there of Tyler Robinson in a while, and that'll be closed off now. We'll wait to see what emerges after that.
All right, we'll see. Let's keep it moving. Let's go straight to Benny Johnson. What's on this?
Charlie Kirk's killer arrived at court in Utah today. For the first time, we were able to see him, and what happened will make your blood boil. You can see some major, severe snipers on the roof. Big time show of force for this first court appearance. Intense security. Charlie Kirk's assassin scheduled to make his first physical appearance in court. Provo, Utah has been appearing digitally. Law enforcement on the roof, zip-tied doors, roadblocks, massive police caravan, and armored vehicles went into the Sally Port. Look at this.
Why?
Heavier than most members of the Trump administration. This
Right,
is Tyler
yeah.
Robinson arriving
Why?
at his court date. He is in an
This
armored
does
vehicle with
not make
police
any sense.
escort. You can see that armored vehicle, military-style vehicle,
What the
as it rolls
hell?
through. Obviously, Looks like better protection than the president gets, better protection than Charlie had. Look at that. And man, let me tell you what happened inside of that court will make you rage. Tyler Robinson showed absolutely zero remorse inside of the court and did some things that is causing the internet to say, you know what the hell have we been doing? This dude actually thinks he's going to get off. This dude actually thinks that there's probably enough noise out there that he is going to skate. Here we go. Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson appears in court. He's smiling and laughing. Demonic, evil, sick, make it quick. Here is the footage of Tyler Robinson in court. You can see him here in this clip, and you can see him grinning, smirking. He's got his public defenders with him. This whole thing is very strange.
Skinny as hell.
Tyler Robinson
Holy shit, he's
laughing and
skinny.
chuckling with his representatives. So you can see here, he's got a little smile on his face. Wearing plain clothes, wearing a tie, wearing a shirt. There you go.
That's crazy.
Tyler Robinson leaning in, confirming, laughing, smirking directly at the courthouse. You can see here the closer up photo. Whoa.
Woof.
What a monster.
Woof.
There you go. Here's your first high def
Ew.
photo of Tyler Robinson. The internet is angry. Evil scum knows Tyler Robinson in court for the first time. He's all smiles and laughs. He's able to wear civilian clothing. I hope he meets his maker soon. Caravan, major assets.
They
SWAT
had to
vehicles,
get
and
away.
So on. Accused Charlie
Very-
Kirk assassin transported to court with heavy police motorcade, smirks and smiles. I can't say what I really want to say or how I feel about Tyler Robinson in court. Tyler Robinson is smiling and laughing. He has zero remorse for what he did. Make it quick. Tyler Robinson appears in court today with a smirk on his face. You can see there he's proud of what he did. Tyler Robinson has been seen laughing while talking to his head lawyer. What a psychopathic piece of shit he is. He's in civilian clothing, required to be shackled for the entirety of the proceeding. He's also smiling and laughing. Smirking and chuckling are the headlines here. The internet is rightfully quite outraged by this. You can see why they stopped the media from filming Tyler Robinson, because you're going to get obviously some major blowback, but it's shots like this that just are creeping people out across the internet. There you go. Grotesque. The face of evil. For real. Look at that. The face of evil. Sick. Tyler Robinson smirking and smiling in court should make your blood boil. Why is he smiling? Tyler Robinson is laughing and looks really relaxed in Provo, Utah. Does he think he's going to get off? Pure evil. So I guess we'll see what happens next. Obviously, this is something that is accelerated. There was a simple ruling on the motion in order to get cameras inside of the courthouse. Obviously, everybody's calling for cameras in the courthouse. But all of the lawyers are on, and all the prosecutors, and everybody is under a gag order from the judge. The judge did not rule today on whether there would be cameras in the courthouse. It is ruled that Tyler Robinson's family members cannot remain in the courtroom in the closed session, just given the nature of the sensitivity of it. Okay. Defense team arguing right now that someone inside of the courthouse has already violated the rules, showing Robinson in shackles. Cernovich, high confidence, Tyler Robinson used a 30-06 to murder Charlie Kirk, and he was the sole shooter, with the remaining open question regarding who, if anybody, had advanced knowledge of the details of the terrorist attack, biggest, deadliest terrorist attack on American soil in years. Tyler Robinson was the shooter. Tyler Robinson was able to get on the roof because America is an open, trusting society. Drones were not used by Charlie because there was a turf war between campus police and Charlie security. I've spoken to events. Similar conflicts arise. It becomes an ego fest. The campus security should be investigated for negligence. Bullet pathways and ballistics are unpredictable on target. MLK was shot with a 30-06. The text messages Robinson sent to his trans lover were Reddit coded, totally not surprising or off. The SD card was removed from the cameras because media savvy staffers. Charlie Kirk assassin is a state case, and prosecutors are notoriously anxious about evidence being released. They aren't going to try the case in the court of podcasts and social media. The court rules against this. Judge blows a gasket. And I do think that it was a mistake for Cash and Bongino to refrain from using strategic leaks to debunk the nonsense around the case. They should have leaked the case file to some friendlies in the media. A case of this level will be tried on social media, like it or not. Well, that has been a matter of absolute fact. So I guess we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens next. This makes me very mad. It's your boy.
Okay, so that's your boy Betty Johnson. Yeah, it's just this case is, it's being foreshadowed by Candace and Erica Kirk, because I think that's the true matchup right there, like where all the energy is at. Like the case, a lot of people. Ooh, I'm yawning. A lot of people didn't really know that Tyler Robinson had a case today or hearing today or anything. Like it went so under the cover, like it's not even being publicized. Like all the attention's on Candace Owens and Erica Kirk going around Fox News and all these, like, promoting her little book. It is what it is. All right, so we're here to the last video of the night. So you know who it is. It's our good friend Tyson DeLacruz. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this and get ready to go to bed because I am so tired. I had the chiropractor today and I'm sore. And I'm ready to go to bed. All right, guys, listen, watching and Tyson DeLacruz.
Chaos on a Tucson street as federal immigration agents clashed with protesters following a series of federal raids at Tucson restaurant chain.
America, federal agents just conducted one of the largest immigration enforcement operations in Arizona history. 46 people arrested across multiple Taco Hierro restaurants in southern Arizona as ICE, HSI, IRS, and Border Patrol executed 16 search warrants for immigration and tax violations. Here's what's wild. While agents were arresting people who broke our immigration laws, of course, protesters were blocking the street, kicking federal vehicles, and getting themselves pepper sprayed. And now Arizona's newest congressman is claiming she was attacked by federal agents when she showed up to the raid site.
New developments right here in southern Arizona, where a major ICE raid unfolded earlier today.
What is up, guys? Tyson DeLacruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story perfectly shows the insanity of how Democrats respond to immigration enforcement. They literally try to block federal agents from doing their job, then cry victim when there are consequences. Let me break down exactly what happened across southern Arizona. Federal agents from ICE, Homeland Security Investigations, and the IRS and Border Patrol executed 16 search warrants at Taco Hierro restaurants, 4 in Tucson, 1 in Sierra Vista, and 1 in Casa Grande.
ICE says that federal agents were executing 16 search warrants in southern Arizona today as a part of a, quote, years-long investigation.
46 people were arrested on immigration violations. Think about that number. 46 people working at these restaurant locations who were in the country illegally. This wasn't just a couple undocumented workers. This was systematic employment of illegal immigrants across multiple locations.
ICE says this is one of several sites where they are serving 16 search warrants for immigration and tax violations.
Federal agents were seen carrying out boxes and documents and evidence, loading them into vehicles. This suggests that they found significant evidence of tax fraud and immigration violation. When you're employing dozens of illegal immigrants and not properly reporting their wages or withholding taxes, that's not just an immigration issue. That is tax fraud that affects every American taxpayer. This was a coordinated operation involving multiple federal agencies all working together. That level of coordination doesn't happen for minor violation. This was a major enforcement action targeting what appears to be a systematic pattern of breaking federal immigration and tax laws. And Sheriff Chris Naños confirmed these raids were specifically directed at Taco Hierro locations across the region, which tells you this wasn't random. They had specific intelligence about these businesses. Now here's where the story gets absolutely insane. At the Taco Hierro location on Grande Avenue near St. Mary's Road, protesters showed up and literally tried to physically block federal agents from leaving. They spilled into Grande Avenue, blocking traffic, and some were caught on camera kicking unmarked federal vehicles. Let me ask you something. What exactly did these protesters think was going to happen? You can't physically block federal law enforcement officers from doing their job. You can't kick their vehicles. You can't create a mob scene that prevents agents from safely leaving the area. That is obstruction of justice, and there are consequences for that behavior.
ICE says they took in multiple people into custody, but the final numbers are still pending. Agents used tear gas to clear the crowd.
And you know what? That is exactly what's going to happen to people who try to physically interfere with law enforcement operations. This wasn't peaceful protest. This was active obstruction. One protester told reporters, "Wherever you're at, as soon as you see it, my heart stops and drops." But here's my question. Why does your heart stop when you see immigration enforcement? If you're here legally, if you're following the law, why would you be afraid of federal agents doing their job?
But protesters blocked the right of way.
I heard what happened. And then I see all these clowns over here doing that. You know, this is disrespectful to them.
Eventually, backup units arrived to clear the way.
Tucson police had to be called in to escort federal agents out of the area because the situation became so chaotic. TPD made it clear in their statement that they did not deploy any munitions, didn't make any arrests, and were only there to help federal agents safely exit. But the fact that backup had to be called shows how out of control these protesters have become.
Tucson Police Department addresses that point, saying, quote, after deploying chemical munitions at this incident location, federal agents requested emergency support from the Tucson Police Department to assist in exiting the area.
Think about the message this sends. Federal agents are conducting a lawful operation based on search warrants issued by a federal judge, and protesters think they have the right to physically block them from doing their jobs. This is the kind of lawlessness that Democrats have normalized in sanctuary cities. Now, here's the part that's getting national attention. Arizona Congresswoman Adelita Gavilar claims she was pepper sprayed by federal agents when she showed up to the raid site. She said she was just there for lunch at her favorite Taco Hierro restaurant when the raid happened.
This is the Taco Hierro that I come to all the time. So I was literally coming to lunch.
But here's what the video actually shows. Gavilar wasn't just an innocent bystander getting lunch. She was in front of the crowd, confronting federal agents. She was part of the protest that was blocking agents from leaving. And when agents deployed chemical munitions to clear the crowd, she was in the vicinity.
Representative Adelita Grijalva was at that location and claims she and her staff were pepper sprayed by federal agents when she identified herself as a member of Congress.
I was literally coming to lunch.
A Homeland Security official confirmed that Gavilar was not directly pepper sprayed, but was in the vicinity of someone being sprayed. That is a very different story, my friends, than what she's telling the media. She claims she was targeted as a member of Congress, but the reality is she put herself in the middle of law enforcement operations and experienced the consequences of being part of a crowd that was obstructing federal agents.
Was sprayed in the face
by a very aggressive agent. I was literally coming to lunch. Pushed around by
Mhm.
others when I literally was not being aggressive. I was asking for clarification, which is my right as a member of Congress.
Here's my question. If you are getting pepper sprayed, you got to ask yourself, what are you doing to get pepper sprayed? Were you just standing there peacefully and observing, or were you part of a crowd that was physically blocking federal agents and refusing to disperse when ordered? The video shows agents shooting chemicals near her feet, but she was clearly in front of the crowd confronting agents. This wasn't some unprovoked attack on a member of Congress. This was crowd control during a chaos situation that gets created. Gavular immediately went on social media claiming ICE's lawlessness under this administration, operating with no transparency, no accountability, and open disregard to basic due process. But that, my friends, is complete nonsense. These agents had federal search warrants conducting a lawful investigation. The only people operating with no accountability were the protesters who were trying to physically obstruct. Talk about what the protest claiming versus what actually happened. One protester said they were hoping to show ICE that Tucson is ready to defend the community.
We're hoping it shows ICE that Tucson is ready to defend the community. We are ready to defend and, do our best, save our friends and families from being abducted.
These people were arrested by federal law enforcement officers with valid warrants. That is not abduction, my friend. That's law enforcement. But this is the inflammatory language that Democrats use to make it sound like immigration enforcement is somehow illegitimate.
They're targeting small mom and pop businesses that don't have the financial resources to fight back. And so they're looking at, and that's what they're doing. They're targeting small business in our community in order to try to fill the quota.
That is a complete mischaracterization of what's named. These restaurants were employing 46 people who were in the country illegally. That's not a small oversight. That is a systematic violation of federal immigration and employment laws. They were not properly reporting wages or withholding taxes for dozens of their employees. You're committing tax fraud that affects the American taxpayer.
They are contributing to the community. This is not the way to go about enforcing our laws.
Wherever you're at, as soon as you see it, your heart stops, it drops.
These protesters want to frame this as federal agents attacking innocent small businesses. But the reality is these businesses were breaking federal law. They were undercutting laws, follow the rule, illegal worker or wages without proper tax withholding. Think about the Americans. This isn't about compassion. This is about enforcing law and protecting Americans. Tucson Mayor Regina Romero issued an official statement condemning the operation, and her response perfectly captures Democrat sanctuary.
Intentionally wear clothing with vague words like police to purposefully confuse the public.
The mayor claimed that federal agents wear vague clothing to purposely confuse the public. Police department is statement making it crystal clear. All TBD personnel were in full dark blue uniform. Federal agents were on tactical gear. There was no confusion about who's who here.
ICE will police back, but you will know that they are not our police officers because our police officers show their faces and their names.
Think about what she's saying here. She was proud that Tucson police refused to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. She's celebrating the fact that her city obstructed a lawful federal operation. This is exactly what is wrong with sanctuary city policies. Local Democratic leaders actively work against federal law enforcement instead of cooperating to keep their communities safe. They prioritize protecting illegal immigrants over supporting federal agents who are trying to enforce our immigration laws. For those of you that aren't familiar, let me give you some context about Arizona's illegal immigration situation. Current estimates for 2024 and 2025 suggest Arizona has between, get this, 250,000 to 300,000 undocumented immigrants. Now, that's actually down significantly from the peak of 560,000 in 2008. But still, that is a massive number. Think about what this means. Up to 300,000 people in Arizona who are not supposed to be in this country. That's the equivalent of the entire population of a mid-sized American city. And many of them are working jobs, using services and living in communities without going through the legal immigration process that millions of people around the world are waiting to complete. While Tucson's Democratic leadership is fighting against immigration enforcement, Pinal County is taking the opposite approach.
Pinal County Attorney Brad Miller says he's the first prosecutor in the state whose investigators will be working hand in hand with federal immigration authorities.
Miller says ICE will get the help of 10 local investigators and his office will get more crime-fighting resources. The focus will be on violent crimes, crimes against children, human trafficking, and drug trafficking. This is exactly the kind of cooperation we need between local and federal law enforcement.
Keeping our communities safe has to include every resource at our disposal.
Pinal County Attorney Brad Miller announced a formal partnership with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
While we love our ICE partners, some of them come from out of state and are not necessarily connected with our community.
But here's what's really interesting, guys. According to the Arizona Republic, a review of 949 immigration-related cases in Phoenix federal court this year shows that drugs and human trafficking charges account for just 5% of all cases. Illegal re-entry at the border accounts for, get this, 88%. So while Miller is saying they'll focus on serious crimes, the reality is most immigration enforcement involves people who keep illegally crossing the border.
Pinal County Sheriff Ross Teeple's high-intensity traffic enforcement on I-10 during a 4-day period in May yielded 10 people in the country illegally.
The sheriff told Arizona Republic they're not targeting Latinos. They're targeting drivers with traffic infractions and letting the federal government do their job.
What's very concerning is to hear from a sitting sheriff that those are the beginnings of a stop that categorically develop into a different type of enforcement.
Of course, you guys, ACLU is already watching and threatening legal action, but this is exactly what immigration enforcement should look like. Local law enforcement identifies people in this country illegally during routine operations, and federal authorities handle the immigration process. This is not radical profiling. It is enforcing the law. The contrast between Tucson and Pinal County couldn't be clearer. Tucson Democratic leadership actively obstructs federal immigration enforcement and celebrates when their police refuse to cooperate. Pinal County's Republic leadership partners with federal authorities to enhance both immigration enforcement and crime-fighting capabilities. One approach protects illegal immigrants at the expense of law-abiding citizens. The other approach protects communities by enforcing the law. America, this Arizona operation shows exactly what's wrong with how Democrats approach immigration enforcement. Federal agents conducted a lawful operation based on valid search warrants, arrest 46 people who are in the country illegally, and investigate businesses for tax fraud. And Democrats respond by physically blocking agents, kicking federal vehicles, and claiming that they are the victims when there are consequences. Congressman Gabriela wasn't pepper sprayed because she was a member of Congress. She was in the vicinity of chemical munitions because she put herself in front of a crowd that was obstructing federal law enforcement. If you're getting pepper sprayed during a law enforcement operation, you need to ask yourself, what were you doing to be in that situation? The protesters want to frame this as federal agents attacking innocent small businesses and families. But the reality is businesses were systematically violating immigration and tax laws. They were employing 46 illegal immigrants, which means they were undercutting legitimate businesses and American workers while committing tax fraud. Arizona still has 250,000 to 300,000 illegal immigrants, despite the number dropping. That shows that enforcement works, but we need consistent, aggressive enforcement to continue reducing those numbers. The Trump administration is delivering on the promise that he ran on. Meanwhile, Pinal County is showing what cooperation looks like. Instead of obstructing federal agents like Tucson's Democratic leadership, they're partnering with ICE to enhance both immigration enforcement and crime-fighting capabilities. That's the model every county in America should follow. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Democrats physically obstruct immigration enforcement, then claim victimhood, while Republican-led counties partner with federal authorities to enforce the law and protect their communities. That's the choice America faces. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Tyson DeLacruz. Another great upload there. I mean, she got pepper spray for a reason. I bet you're in the way. I was going to my favorite spot for lunch. I just decided to stop out here, see what was going on, and I just got in the middle, and now I just got pepper spray all over my face. Bitch, you shouldn't have been out there. Hello? You put yourself right in the middle, guess what? You got sprayed. Congratulations. She's like waiting for an award or something, or like, I don't understand. Like, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? Cry. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. And you guys are too. So what a great show here with Tyson. It was fun. We got another week, and we got Tyson again. Man, my knee is acting up. I got pain in my knee. Like my left knee is just not acting right. I don't know what's going on. My body's been acting a little weird, but could be that system that's coming. I don't know. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Same time, same place. All right, guys. See y'all later. Peace.